Chapter 817. Rin Xiao Yao ran away after throwing the pills. When Qin Feng raised his head again, she was already gone. Qin Feng was defeated by this mischievous little girl, and he hurriedly chased after her. The four guards didn't stop Qin Feng, and they even smiled foolishly at him. "Ah, how did you get in?" Rin Xiao Yao ran back to her room and sat on the bed, panting heavily. Suddenly, she saw Qin Feng following her. Rin Xiao Yao suddenly understood without Qin Feng's answer. She was determined to fire the four single dogs. The interior of the sacred medic hall was decorated in an antique style, displaying the aura of a noble family. Rin Xiao Yao's room was very cozy and fragrant. The large bed was covered with pink cartoon bedsheets. Qin Feng approached Rin Xiao Yao step by step. "Xiao Yao, since you're heartless, then don't blame me for being heartless. Aren't we boyfriend and girlfriend? Now it's time for you to fulfill your obligations as my girlfriend." Qin Feng smirked. Rin Xiao Yao was like a little lamb that fell into a wolf's den. She kicked off her shoes and climbed onto the bed. She curled her body into a corner and looked at Qin Feng nervously. "I already gave you the pills. What else do you want?" Rin Xiao Yao pouted and complained. Qin Feng staggered and almost fell. "Aren't you embarrassed to give me a bunch of first-grade wonder pills? What do you take me for?" Qin Feng suddenly jumped onto the bed and slowly crawled toward Rin Xiao Yao like a hungry wolf. Did not come over. I'm going to call for help." Qin Feng grabbed Rin Xiao Yao's calf. This girl's feet were exquisite and fair. If he was a foot fetishist, he would really enjoy it. With a light pull, Rin Xiao Yao slid from the bed into Qin Feng's arms. "Stop fooling around. Give me the 6th-grade gold pills. I only want those 3 pills. You can keep the rest." Qin Feng hugged Rin Xiao Yao and smelled her fragrance. Rin Xiao Yao knew that he couldn't avoid this anymore, so he bargained with an aggrieved expression. Then I'll return the Vajra pill you refined. As for the violent demon pill and rising spirit pill that I found that expert to refine, I want to keep them for myself." Qin Feng was stunned. "You found an alchemist? Could you be any more shameless, lass?" Seeing that time was running out, Qin Feng's face suddenly turned serious. "Little witch, I'm going to fight Su Xiao Ocean to the death tomorrow night." Rin Xiao Yao was still thinking about how to get rid of Qin Feng. When she heard Qin Feng's sudden words, she was stunned. "Su Xiaodian? Are you talking about China's purple dragon? Su Xiaodian? You want to fight him to the death? Don't scare me." The time of the duel is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. The location of the duel is at the top of Broken Cliff Mountain. Qin Feng continued as if he was talking to himself. Rin Xiao Yao stopped struggling and lay in Qin Feng's embrace. Who didn't know the power of China's 9 dragons? Rin Xiao Yao knew Qiao Feng was quite powerful, but she and Yin Wushuang didn't have high hopes for Qin Feng. After all, his opponent was the purple dragon of China. You couldn't have made up such a big lie to cheat me of my elixir, right?" Rin Xiao Yao stared at Qin Feng with a complicated expression. The corner of Qin Feng's mouth twitched, and he was almost angered to death. "What do you mean by deceiving you of your medicinal pills? She and Hua Tuo were the ones who refined the 3 golden pills. I'm actually the vice leader of Dragon Sect's Yellow Group, Qiao Feng. You can use your connections to find out about me. 1 month ago, the Purple Dragon issued a death invitation to me at the Soaring Cloud Mansion. It's not a secret in the Dragon Sect." Qin Feng let go of Rin Xiao Yao, got off the bed, and sat on the sofa. Qin Feng did not stand on ceremony with Rin Xiao Yao. He walked into her room and acted like he was at home. He took out a bottle of high-end red wine from the wine cabinet and started drinking. Rin Xiao Yao was still in a daze. She believed Qin Feng's words. After all, no one would joke about something like this. His opponent was the Purple Dragon. Who would joke about the Purple Dragon of China? Are you crazy? Why did you agree to the death duel with the Purple Dragon will? Rin Xiao Yao jumped off the bed and sat beside Qin Feng after she regained her senses. It was Su Xiaodian who asked me to issue a death invitation. You have to accept it. If you want to run away, the Dragon Sect will hunt you down, Qin Feng said. Rin Xiao Yao was so shocked that her mouth opened wide. She usually quarreled with Qin Feng, and they often disliked each other. However, Ren Xiaoyao was still very grateful to Qin Feng. After all, Qin Feng helped Saint Medic win the championship. He also saved Ren Xiaoyao when the Verdant sect snatched the pills. So, you will accept the challenge at 7 tomorrow night? Of course I will. The atmosphere suddenly became silent. After a moment, Ren Xiaoyao searched her body for a few minutes and took out 30 or so bottles of medicine, giving Qin Feng a fright. Are there holes in your body? You had more than 50 bottles. Where did you put them? Qin Feng looked at Ren Xiaoyao's body curiously. His gaze finally fell on her legs. Ren Xiaoyao blushed and said shyly and angrily, "Don't think too much. You're the one who hid the pills in that kind of place. Can I eat them if I take them out? It should taste even better." Qin Feng nodded seriously. Ren Xiaoyao's eyes almost popped out. Suddenly, she pushed the 30 bottles in front of her into Qin Feng's arms. "Here, these are all the pills I got from the Elixir Conference. You should break through tonight. If you need any more pills, I'll go to Saint Medic and get them for you." Qin Feng was slightly stunned. Did this girl take out a bunch of first-grade elixirs to trick him again? After a round of inspection, Qin Feng felt a little moved. The second batch of medicine bottles were filled with pills of grade 4 and above. The Diamond Pill, the Violent Demon Pill, and the Spirit Ascension Pill were all inside. Even the Yin-Yang Golden Pill, refined by Elder Bai of the Herbal Sect, was inside. I only want 3 pills for myself. You can keep the rest. Qin Feng took out 3 6th-grade golden pills and returned the remaining bottles to Ren Xiaoyao. The woman who regarded elixirs as her life was unhappy. She pouted and shouted, "I said I'll give it to you. Why are you so wishy-washy? Hurry up and break through with the elixirs. I don't want to hear the news of your death tomorrow night." Qin Feng understood Ren Xiaoyao's intentions. He didn't help this girl for nothing. Qin Feng didn't waste any more time. He took the elixirs and prepared to leave. "Hey, where are you going? Break through in my room. I'll protect you. If you need any elixirs, I can go to Saint Medic and get them for you." Ren Xiaoyao grabbed Qin Feng and pulled him to her bed. Qin Feng had a feeling that this woman wanted to do something pleasant with him. More than 30 bottles of elixirs were scattered around the bed. Ren Xiaoyao was like a servant. She took off Qin Feng's shoes and pushed him onto the bed. Qin Feng sat cross-legged and prepared to use the elixirs to cultivate. Ren Xiaoyao obediently sat on the sofa and watched Qin Feng's movements. Qin Feng grabbed the 6th-grade diamond pill. The diamond pill was the size of an egg, but it melted in his mouth. Qin Feng didn't even need to chew. The elixir had already entered his body through his intestines. Rumble! A scorching and violent aura exploded in Qin Feng's body. That dense spiritual energy filled Qin Feng's tendons and bones. Qin Feng felt that his body was undergoing a miraculous change. His tendons and veins became thicker, and his bones made crackling sounds. They became harder and stronger. Qin Feng felt that he was developing again. The Diamond Pill was a miraculous elixir that helped external cultivators cultivate. Qin Feng had been stuck at Stage 6 external for a while. With the help of the Diamond Pill, Qin Feng felt that he was on the verge of breaking through rumble. A loud sound came from Qin Feng's body. This time it was the sound of a breakthrough. The clothes on Qin Feng's upper body exploded. His physique became even stronger. His muscles swelled and his bones became huge. He was as mighty and majestic as the Hulk. Ren Xiaoyao stared at him unblinkingly. She was mesmerized by Qin Feng's chest muscles. Ren Xiaoyao was an idiot when it came to love. She had never experienced sexual intercourse. This was her first time observing a man's body so closely. She felt hot and sweaty. Rumble! Not long after the explosive sound of a breakthrough, another loud sound came from Qin Feng's body. One diamond pill allowed Qin Feng to break through 2 levels. He was now a Stage 8 external expert. This wasn't due to luck. Instead, it was the result of Qin Feng carrying the 250-kilogram Sacred Azure battle armor every day and frequently battling experts to the death. Qin Feng's external realm had already laid a solid foundation, and he only lacked an opportunity to break through. Now that the King Kong pill had given Qin Feng this opportunity, it was only natural that he would level up 2 times in a row. Rin Xiao Yao was stunned when she saw Qin Feng breaking through like a rocket. She only found out today that Xiao Feng was a genius in both internal and external cultivation. Qin Feng had completely absorbed the medicinal effects of the diamond pill. He didn't have time to adapt to his current state. He casually grabbed the Spirit Ascension pill in his hand. The Spirit Ascension pill was a pill concocted by Hua Ta. It forcibly raised a golden core from a grade 6 to grade 7. Qin Feng stared at the Spirit Ascension pill for a while. This pill was the most effective for Qin Feng. Qin Feng was counting on it to break through to stage 9 inner chi. The aroma of the pill permeated the air and spiritual essence surged. Qin Feng opened his mouth and swallowed the Spirit Ascension pill. The pill melted in his mouth at a speed faster than the diamond pill. A wave of boundless spiritual energy instantly exploded within Qin Feng's body. Qin Feng had just broken through to stage 8 external, so his tendons, veins, and body had been greatly strengthened. His body was like a thirsty sponge, crazily absorbing the boundless spiritual energy. His cultivation speed had increased by several times. The Spirit Ascension pill concocted by Hua Tuo was too powerful. The spiritual essence flowed out of Qin Feng's body and filled the entire room. Rin Xiao Yao's room became a small room with dense spiritual essence. She couldn't help but start cultivating. Qin Feng didn't know fatigue. He absorbed the spiritual essence over and over again. He guided the spiritual essence to circulate in his meridians and finally condensed it in his dantian, where it was converted into his inner chi. Cultivation was a tedious task. Time flew by quickly, and before he knew it, it was already the second half of the night. After cultivating for half the night, Qin Feng had almost absorbed all the spiritual essence in his body. His body had reached a state of saturation. He felt like his body was going to explode at any time. Rumble! A loud sound came from Qin Feng's body. It was so loud that Rin Xiao Yao's bed almost collapsed. Rin Xiao Yao woke up from her cultivation. She stared at Qin Feng with her big, watery eyes that were filled with astonishment. Are you serious? Did you really break through in one night? Rin Xiao Yao was sure that Qin Feng had broken through because his aura had undergone a huge change. Now, Qin Feng's aura was as calm as water. It was not as powerful as before. However, Rin Xiao Yao couldn't see through Qin Feng's true strength. It was a majestic aura that was as vast as the sea. It flowed out endlessly. It made one feel gentle, but it could also make one feel suffocated in an instant. This kind of aura was rarely seen in China. It was the aura of a martial artist who had broken through to stage 9 inner chi. AA 27052221. Chapter 818. A stage 9 inner chi expert in China's secular world. Qin Feng had been working hard in this direction ever since he started cultivating. It had only been half a year since he had obtained the system. From a powerless, hedonistic young master, he had become a stage 9 inner chi expert. No one would believe him if he told them about his transformation speed. Qin Feng knew that there were true chi experts beyond stage 9 inner chi. However, other than Ouyang Feng in the system, Qin Feng had never met such a powerful expert in the secular world or the martial arts world. Rin Xiao Yao finally regained her senses. Her saliva dripped all over the floor. She rushed to Qin Feng's side and grabbed his arm. She was extremely excited. Xiao Feng, tell me, have you broken through to stage 9 inner chi? Qin Feng was very excited as well. He nodded his head vigorously. The difference between stage 9 inner chi and stage 8 inner chi was like heaven and earth. Although it was only a difference of one realm, Qin Feng felt that his strength had increased by a few folds. He felt that he could knock down 10 girls with one shot. No, he should knock down 10 bulls with one punch. Rin Xiao Yao became even more excited when she saw Qin Feng nodding. This is great! This is great! I have a stage 9 inner chi friend now. I can brag about it to others in the future. Qin Feng was also happy when he saw Rin Xiao Yao's excitement. But very quickly, Qin Feng felt a chill on his body. He subconsciously looked down and found that his clothes had been blown to pieces during the breakthrough. Now his body was covered with bits of cloth, and he looked like he wasn't wearing anything at all. Huh? Did something hit me? Rin Xiao Yao hugged Qin Feng's shoulder and swayed excitedly in front of him. Halfway through, she suddenly stopped and looked at Qin Feng's thigh. Her beautiful eyes widened and almost fell out of her head. "Ah! You bastard, you scoundrel, you disgust me to death." Rin Xiao Yao's heart thumped wildly. She was so scared that she retreated to the door. Rin Xiao Yao patted her chest as she cursed at Qin Feng. However, in her mind, the scene she had just witnessed was simply too spectacular. Qin Feng was very embarrassed because he found that after he broke through, little Qin Feng was so excited that he danced with joy. "Ahem, little witch, give me a set of clothes." Qin Feng pretended to be calm and said after clearing his throat, "Humph, I'm not going to find clothes for you. You can go fight with Z Long naked." "Huh?" Rin Xiao Yao was grinning from ear to ear as if she was deliberately taking revenge on Qin Feng. Qin Feng wasn't worried at all. He suddenly laid in a straight line on Little Witch's fragrant bed. "Then don't look for clothes. I'm tired anyway, so I'll have a good sleep." Rin Xiao Yao glanced at Qin Feng and accidentally caught sight of the sky pillar. She was so embarrassed that her face was about to drip water. You're filthy. Don't lie on my bed. Get off." Rin Xiao Yao was a clean freak. When she saw Qin Feng lying on her bed, she was so anxious that she wanted to rush over, but she didn't dare to. She stood at the door like a monkey, hopping left and right. "Oh, you want me to stand up? What do you want to do?" Qin Feng jumped off the bed and stood 1 meter in front of Rin Xiao Yao. Rin Xiao Yao wasn't prepared. When she saw Qin Feng's weapon, she was so scared that she immediately closed her eyes. "Whoa, you get back. Whoa, you're bullying me." Rin Xiao Yao was so anxious that she cried. She was still a virgin and had never been teased like this before. Rin Xiao Yao was a little worried. Were all men so magnificent? Wouldn't she be played to death? "You're so annoying. First you want me to come down, then you want me to go back. I really don't know what you're doing." Qin Feng complained after taking advantage of her. He swaggered back to Rin Xiao Yao's bed and lay down. Qin Feng had played enough. After getting on the bed, he pulled Rin Xiao Yao's blanket to cover himself. The blanket was soft and fragrant, and Qin Feng was a little restless. "Xiao Yao, go prepare a set of sportswear and help Master take a bath." Qin Feng ordered Rin Xiao Yao as he remembered his mission to train Rin Xiao Yao. Rin Xiao Yao had a belly full of anger, but she had nowhere to vent it. Now that the Elixir Conference was over and Saint Medic was the champion, Rin Xiao Yao didn't want to be Qin Feng's personal maid anymore. However, Rin Xiao Yao was helpless when she saw Qin Feng lying on her bed and refusing to leave. She decided that as soon as Qin Feng left, she would change the entire bed. "Stay in the room and don't move. I'll be right back." Rin Xiao Yao rolled her eyes at Qin Feng and went out to find the 4 guards. "Hurry up and prepare a set of sportswear for my boyfriend." Rin Xiao Yao's attitude changed completely in front of the guards. She placed her hands on her hips and arrogantly ordered the 4 guards. The 4 guards quickly nodded their heads in agreement, but their hearts were filled with shock. This young miss was usually quite conservative. They didn't expect her to be so wild after she got her boyfriend. She even tore her brother's clothes. Rin Xiao Yao returned to her room. Qin Feng was practicing martial arts in the room. He wanted to feel the strength of a stage 9 inner chi expert. "Oh no, didn't I tell you not to move around? Why? Why are you wandering around naked?" Rin Xiao Yao was shocked when she entered the room. She quickly covered her eyes and didn't dare to look. Rin Xiao Yao's exposed neck, arms, and long legs were completely red, making her even more charming and moving. Qin Feng went up and hugged Rin Xiao Yao, then pulled her into the bathroom. "Xiao Feng, let go of me. Don't even think about it. This young miss will never yield to you." "It's my first time." Rin Xiao Yao was scared and struggled as she thought Qin Feng was going to pull her into the bathroom. After entering the bathroom, Qin Feng closed the door and sat in the bathtub. He rolled his eyes at Rin Xiao Yao and yelled, "What are you thinking? With your looks, I'd have to think about it if you gave me to you. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and scrub my back." Rin Xiao Yao was worried that Qin Feng would do something to her. Now that she knew she was overthinking, she became unhappy. What kind of taste does this man have? Does he even know how to appreciate beautiful women? Rin Xiaoyao was afraid that Qin Feng would run around in her room again, so she could only swallow her anger and let Qin Feng bathe. After filling the bathtub, Rin Xiaoyao skillfully picked up a towel and started to scrub her back. People who didn't know better would think she was a scrubber girl. Big brother Xiao Feng, since you've broken through to stage 9 inner chi, you won't be able to use the other pills I gave you. Why don't you give them back to me? Rin Xiaoyao started to think about her pills again. Qin Feng said generously, "Of course, I threw those useless pills on your bed. Just scrub me properly and take them back when you're done." Seeing how generous Qin Feng was, Rin Xiaoyao was incredibly moved. She was very serious and focused on scrubbing the bathtub. Qin Feng lay comfortably in the bathtub, enjoying this feeling. After he finished his bath, the guards had already placed the clothes at the door. Rin Xiaoyao handed the clothes to Qin Feng. Qin Feng had just put them on and walked out when he saw Rin Xiaoyao's eyes burning with killing intent. "What's wrong? You're shameless. These are all lousy pills below grade 4. I don't want them. Where are my violent demon pills, demonic pills, rank advancement pills, knowledge pill, and yin-yang golden pills?" "Oh, what are you talking about? This is the first time I've heard of them." Qin Feng mimicked Rin Xiaoyao and played dumb. Rin Xiaoyao stomped her feet in anger. However, Qin Feng had broken through to stage 9 inner chi. If Rin Xiaoyao couldn't defeat Qin Feng, no one in the entire Saint Medic could defeat him. "Big brother Xiao Feng, why don't you give them back to me? They're useless to you." Rin Xiaoyao immediately changed her strategy and hugged Qin Feng's arm. Qin Feng pulled Rin Xiaoyao to sit on the sofa and threw a few exquisite jade bottles to her. "Take these. I'll keep the knowledge pill and the violent demon pill for myself." Rin Xiaoyao's eyes lit up when she saw the pills. She put the yin-yang golden pills, rank advancement pills, and demonic pills away and said, "Big brother Xiao Feng is the best. Are you sure? Why don't you give me a kiss as a reward?" Qin Feng placed his face next to Rin Xiaoyao's mouth, scaring her into retreating hastily. "Forget it. Big brother Xiao Feng is my master. How can I, a servant, be worthy of you? I'm not worthy of you in the past, and I won't be worthy of you in the future." Rin Xiaoyao looked at Qin Feng guiltily. She was afraid that Qin Feng would really push her down. If Qin Feng really did that, Rin Xiaoyao wouldn't be able to resist at all. Qin Feng felt that Rin Xiaoyao was getting more and more interesting after interacting with her for a long time. He was only teasing her and would not cross the line. "Xiaoyao, I'm going to cooperate with Saint Medic. Are you interested?" Qin Feng's expression became serious after he finished fooling around. Rin Xiaoyao sat back on the sofa and asked, "What kind of cooperation?" "I've opened Su Qin Pharmaceutical Company. It's been developing rapidly recently. Saint Medic can cooperate with my company and create the strongest pharmacy in China's ancient martial arts world." After Qin Feng learned about Hua Yan's background, he had always held a grudge against the Hua family in his heart. Qin Feng knew that the herbal sect was actually very strong. If it weren't for Hua Tuo's appearance, they would have lost this year's alchemy conference. Qin Feng was going to defeat the herbal sect first, then it would be easy to deal with them. "Ah, what did you just say? Su Qin Pharmaceutical Company is your company?" Rin Xiaoyao jumped in fright. "Servant girl, do you want to scare Master to death? Sit properly." Qin Feng glared at Rin Xiaoyao in annoyance. Rin Xiaoyao quickly sat down. The shock in her beautiful eyes did not fade for a long time. Su Qin Pharmaceutical Company's momentum had been too strong recently, forcing Saint Medic to a dead end. For example, Su Qin Pharmaceutical Company's Gold Sore medicine had the same effect as Saint Medic's healing pills, but the price was 100 times lower. Who would still go to Saint Medic to buy medicinal pills? "Big brother Xiao Feng, your Su Qin Pharmaceutical Company has caused Saint Medic to suffer. In the past 2 months, Saint Medic sales have plummeted by 50%. For this matter, the elders of the family have been holding family meetings every day to discuss it. I know. That's why I'm giving your Saint Medic a way out, because you're my personal maid." Qin Feng was not boasting. Hua Tuo and Elder Hua were in Hero City. As long as Qin Feng wanted to, he could destroy Saint Medic in minutes. Rin Xiao Yao quickly held Qin Feng's arm and leaned half of her body in his arms. She said with a smile, "I know big brother Xiao Feng is the best. How do you want to cooperate? Give our St. Medicine Hall more profits." Qin Feng put his arm around Rin Xiao Yao's shoulder and laid comfortably on the sofa like a master. "You can talk about the profits with my woman. I won't let you suffer a loss." When Rin Xiao Yao heard that she was going to talk about cooperation with Qin Feng's woman, she was inexplicably unhappy. However, when she thought of Su Qin Pharmaceutical Company and the super alchemist that Qin Feng knew, she immediately became happy again. After talking about cooperation, Rin Xiao Yao became even more obedient. "Xiao Yao, come and massage Master's shoulders." Okay. And massage Master's thighs." "Yes, Master." "Ahem, Master's buttocks are hurting. Come and massage Master's buttocks." "Master, you're acting like a hooligan." Chapter 819. In the Qin family's mansion in the provincial capital. The Qin family was one of the 5 small families in the provincial capital, but 20 years ago, it was the leader of the 4 major families in the provincial capital. 20 years ago, when the Qin family was at its peak, Qin Shitian, Qin Feng's grandfather, was one of the 9 dragons and had the strength of stage 9 inner qi. At that time, no one dared to provoke the Qin family. However, overnight, the Qin family suddenly retreated. From the leader of the 4 major families to the last of the 5 small families, no one dared to provoke the Qin family. The Qin family didn't understand why the elder left the dragon sect and gave up the position of the 9 dragons' crimson dragon. The Qin family didn't dare to question him, and Qin Shitian wouldn't explain it to them. Qin Feng's father had 4 brothers. Emperor Qin was the eldest, and he had 3 younger brothers. Qin Shao, who appeared at the banquet of the Soaring Cloud Mansion, was the only son of Qin Feng's second uncle. Qin Yi, who tried to frame Qin Feng, was one of the second sons of Qin Feng's third uncle. Only Qin Feng's third uncle had a girl. Qin Feng rarely saw her. They were family, but they were distant from each other. It was late at night, but Qin Zhao's room was still brightly lit. Qin Xiao was dressed in a white traditional Chinese suit. He didn't look like he was going to sleep. He sat on the sofa with his legs crossed, and an old man stood in front of him. "Young master, the informants in the Acropolis city told us that someone is building a mountain resort. The resort has been closed and renamed Hero City." The old man was dressed in a black robe and had gray hair. He had tried to kill Qin Feng several times. He was Qin Zhao's subordinate, Uncle Yin. Half a year ago, when Qin Feng, Qin Yi, Li Xiao Jie, Sima Tu, and the others were engaged in a life and death struggle in the Amethyst Dragon Palace, Qin Xiao and Uncle Yin suddenly appeared. They were the 2 black-robed men. A few months ago, Qin Xiao mobilized all the families and forces in the Acropolis city to rebel against Qin Feng. Qin Xiao used the identity of Xiao 11 Lang to issue a mission in the Martial Artist Alliance to recruit assassins to kill Qin Feng. Qin Xiao spread the news about Qin Feng to the outside martial arts world, causing the second martial arts world storm. Forces from the outside martial arts world besieged Qin Feng at Devil Beast Mountain. Qin Xiao was the one who did all these things. He had done many other things, so many that he had almost forgotten himself. Qin Xiao and Qin Yi were the same. In order to fight for the position of the Qin family's young patriarch, they disregarded their bloodline and schemed in secret. He originally thought that Qin Feng was really killed at Devil Beast Mountain last time, but the news that Uncle Yin just told him caught Qin Xiao off guard. Uncle Yin, who built Hero City? Qin Zhao's expression was ferocious, and his voice was cold. "Young master, I've used all kinds of methods to investigate, but I can't find anything," Uncle Yin said. Qin Xiao had a bad feeling and continued to ask, "Did Qin Feng's previous women go to Hero City?" "All the women in Acropolis City have gone, and they're helping to build Hero City," Uncle Yin said honestly. Now, Qin Xiao was sure that his big brother Qin Feng was not dead. The only person who could call Qin Feng's woman over was his big brother himself. However, Qin Xiao had watched the video on Devil Beast Mountain a few hundred times. She even hired different experts to verify the authenticity of the video. That video was definitely shot by real people. There was no trace of artificial synthesis. Qin Shao couldn't figure out how Qin Feng came back to life. Young master, what should we do now? Uncle Yin panicked when he learned that Qin Feng had been resurrected. My big brother is really a cockroach that can't be killed. But so what if he's alive? I've just broken through to stage 8 inner chi. How many people in the same generation as me can defeat me? No matter how powerful Qin Feng is, I'll crush him with my own hands. Qin Shao suddenly stood up and walked to the door. I'm going to see Grandpa. The Qin family's martial arts competition is about to begin. Qin Feng stayed in Ren Xiao Yao's room for the night. Due to their relationship as master and servant, Qin Feng slept on the bed while Ren Xiao Yao slept on the sofa. However, Ren Xiao Yao couldn't fall asleep in the middle of the night. In the end, she disregarded the fact that she was a man and a woman and fell into a deep sleep. The next day, as expected, Ren Xiao Yao snuggled into Qin Feng's arms. Their ambiguous actions were hard to accept. Qin Feng spent the whole day stabilizing his stage 9 inner chi. It was already 6 in the evening, and there was only an hour left before the battle with Su Xiaodian. Ren Xiao Yao insisted on driving Qin Feng to Broken Cliff Mountain because she was worried about Qin Feng and wanted to watch the battle. Xiao Yao, join my hero alliance. Ren Xiao Yao was driving a red Ferrari. Qin Feng looked out the window at the rapidly retreating night scene and seemed a bit absent-minded. Hero alliance? Which division are you from? What rank are you? I won't join anyone who's lower than diamond. Ren Xiao Yao rambled on, leaving Qin Feng speechless. That's not right. You're going to die soon, and you're still thinking about games? Can you even do it? Ren Xiao Yao added insult to injury. Qin Feng slapped Ren Xiao Yao's long thigh, glared at her, and yelled, Woman, you're simply poisonous. You can't wait for me to die. If I die, you won't have to be a servant anymore, right? Ren Little Monster nodded her head, and from the corner of her eyes, she saw Qin Feng raise his palm to slap her thigh again. She hurriedly shook her head and said, Big brother Xiao Feng, you must win tonight and kill that bastard Zi Long. Qin Feng's heart softened. His forceful slap turned into a gentle caress on Ren Xiao Yao's thigh. Ren Xiao Yao was so angry that her lips twitched. She would rather have been slapped by Qin Feng. The hero alliance I'm talking about is a sect that I built myself. Are you willing to join? Qin Feng returned to the topic at hand. Ren Xiao Yao had actually been worried about the life and death duel. She had acted so silly just now, but it was all an act. She wanted Qin Feng to relax. Okay, I'll join. Ren Xiao Yao did not think too much and agreed instinctively. A phoenix cry sounded in Qin Feng's mind. Ren Xiao Yao was now a stage 7 inner chi martial artist. Her bronze name had appeared on the phoenix ranking. Including Ren Xiao Yao, Qin Feng had recruited a total of 8 stage 6 inner chi disciples. He only needed 2 more to complete the second mission of Sect Founder. As the red Ferrari drove further and further away, the surrounding scenery changed from a lively and bustling city to a desolate place. Broken Cliff Mountain was located on a barren mountain in the western district of the provincial capital. The mountain was spectacular. It was probably caused by the earthquake that split the mountain into 2 halves. From the outside, it looked as dangerous as a broken cliff. That was why everyone called it Broken Cliff Mountain. The Ferrari was already on the mountain road, and the sound of gears clanking could be heard. Ren Xiao Yao did not feel the pinch as if the car was worthless. The closer she got to the bottom of the cliff, the more nervous she became. Ren Xiao Yao did not know what her relationship with Qin Feng was. She could not say that she liked Qin Feng completely, but there would always be an ambiguous relationship when she was with Qin Feng. Moreover, Ren Xiao Yao did not hate Qin Feng, especially when Qin Feng helped St. Medic Hall win the championship not long ago. This made Ren Xiao Yao sincerely grateful to Qin Feng. She did not want Qin Feng to die because she would be very sad. After all, Ren Xiao Yao's family background was obvious. She had no close friends in her life, and Qin Feng was one of them. Screech! There was an ear-piercing sound of brakes. On this bumpy mountain road, Ren Xiao Yao actually drifted to a stop. When they returned, the Ferrari would not be far from being scrapped. This is Broken Cliff Mountain? Qin Feng had already gotten out of the car. He looked up at the towering cliffs of the mountain. It was his first time here. I'll go with you. Ren Xiao Yao walked to Qin Feng's side and, unusually, took the initiative to hold Qin Feng's arm. Seeing Ren Xiao Yao's serious expression, Qin Feng refrained from joking. The current atmosphere was not suitable for joking. Forget it. Wait for me at the bottom of the mountain. If I don't go down after 9 o'clock, you can go back by yourself. It's not safe for a girl to be alone at night. Qin Feng looked at the dark sky at a 45-degree angle. In reality, he could not see anything. He put on a righteous and elegant expression. Coupled with his vague and warm words of love, he almost captured Ren Xiao Yao's heart. However, he was still a step away. Suddenly, an impatient roar came from behind them. Hey, are you too crazy? Coming to Broken Cliff Mountain at night? Hurry up and move aside. Don't block me from watching tonight's unprecedented battle. It's about to start, and there's no replay. Qin Feng and Ren Xiao Yao turned around and almost flipped over. Behind the two of them, there were hundreds of people queuing up, all heading towards Broken Cliff Mountain. Brothers, what unprecedented battle are you guys going to watch? Qin Feng grabbed a random person and asked, Don't you know? China's purple dragon, Senior Su Xiaotian, is going to torture an idiot called Xiao Feng. As soon as this person finished speaking, the people around him also started to make noise. I heard that Xiao Feng is a new member of the dragon sect. Because he offended Senior Purple Dragon, he was given a death invitation. He's courting death. TSK. If you don't understand, then don't speak blindly. I have acquaintances in the Dragon's Gate. That Xiao Feng clearly snatched Senior Zilong's woman and was discovered by Zilong. In a fit of rage, Senior Zilong issued a death invitation. He even dared to play with Senior Purple Dragon's woman. Is he a pig? Why did I hear that he slept with Purple Dragon's daughter? You idiot, Senior Purple Dragon doesn't have a daughter. He's not even married yet. So what? She's an illegitimate daughter. Hundreds of people were chattering and quarreling incessantly. The scene was quite spectacular. Qin Feng was so close to slapping all of them off the mountain. Ren Xiao Yao was speechless. She looked at Qin Feng stupidly and didn't know what to say. Xiao Feng, you must live. Suddenly, a beautiful figure walked out of the crowd. It was Lu Bingbing. Behind Lu Bingbing, the members of the Huang group followed. Big Brother Qiao, you must win. Zhang Yi also walked over. He didn't say much and didn't even flatter Xiao Feng. Big Brother Qiao, the members of the Huang group support you. Even if you can't win, you must stay alive. Brothers and sisters, we await Big Brother's return. The members of the Huang group cheered in unison. Though they hadn't known Qin Feng for long, they liked his forthright personality. Compared to Lu Yinyin and Lei Ming, they favored Xiao Feng more. Just as the members of the Huang group expressed their thoughts, a tall and sturdy figure ran over like a small moving mountain. Oh my God, Big Brother Qiao, you scared me to death. I just heard that there's an idiot. No, a hero who wants to fight with Senior Purple Dragon. So it's you, Big Brother. The person who came was Lu Jie. He was still energetic and carefree. Xiao Shishir also came behind Lu Jie. Xiao Shishir was dressed beautifully tonight. Qin Feng bought her new clothes online after he burned down Xiao Shishir's house. She wore a white fur coat, a black short skirt, and colorful socks. She looked very youthful and charming, and she exuded an air of nobility. Xiao Shishir also wore light makeup. This was the first time Qin Feng saw Xiao Shishir wearing makeup since they knew each other. Teacher Xiao Feng. Xiao Shishir walked to Qin Feng's side and looked up at him. Her beautiful eyes were filled with worry. Every time Qin Feng saw Xiao Shishir, he would be as calm as still water. It was as if he wasn't affected by the outside world and had reached a state of no distracting thoughts. Chapter 820. Shishir, long time no see. You've become more and more beautiful. Qin Feng suddenly forgot about the competition and looked at Xiao Shishir with a bright smile. Xiao Shishir blushed, but she quickly regained her composure and looked at Qin Feng worriedly with knitted brows. Qin Feng reached out his hand and placed it on Xiao Shishi's forehead. He gently smoothed out her furrowed brows. Xiao Shishi's body trembled. She had rarely been this intimate with a man. However, Xiao Shishi did not resist. Don't frown. You won't look good if you frown. Qin Feng's voice was gentle. Yes, Lu Jie, and I will represent all the medical college students and wait for Professor Qiao Feng to come back and teach us. Xiao Shishi's voice was as clear as water. Many people came tonight. Qin Feng didn't know most of them, but he did know a lot of them. The 4 young masters of the provincial capital were here, and so were the descendants of the 5 small clans. Chang Xian, Yun Xiao, Yun Zhe, and Yun Tiankong were here. Zhang Kuku and Dongfang Qingshui were also here. The women of Acropolis City did not know about this. Qin Feng purposely did not tell them because he did not want them to worry. However, Qin Feng did not see Yin Wushuang. He had no idea why she was absent. The crowd who had been talking about Qin Feng quieted down. Only now did they realize that the young boy in front of them was the one who would be fighting Zi Long tonight, making them even more pessimistic about Qin Feng's chances. Those who knew Qin Feng retreated to the side after greeting him, leaving the last bit of time for Qin Feng's women. Yun Xiao and Lu Bingbing held Qin Feng's arms. Lu Bingbing, in particular, was no longer in the mood to be jealous. Qin Feng, I prepared dinner at the Yun residence. No matter how late it is, I'll wait for you to have dinner with me. Yun Zhao's voice was choked with sobs. Lu Bingbing raised her head proudly, afraid that tears would fall from her eyes. Qin Feng did not want to make the atmosphere gloomy. He smiled and hugged the 2 girls in his arms. He kissed their foreheads and said, Professor Yun Zhao's cooking is the best. I'll bring Bing Bing to the Yun residence for dinner. As soon as he finished speaking, Qin Feng had already turned into a black shadow and quickly disappeared from everyone's sight. Qin Feng sprinted towards the peak of Broken Cliff Mountain as fast as he could because he saw Su Xiaoshan already standing on the peak. Qin Feng suppressed the anger in his heart. He was deeply aware of the importance of strength. What right did Su Xiaodian have to make his friends and family so worried about him just because he issued a death invitation? Qin Feng wasn't convinced. He wanted to bully Su Xiaodian and let him know that he wasn't someone to be trifled with. You're here. Su Xiaoyan's emotionless voice drifted into Qin Feng's ears. Rumble. Without slowing down, Qin Feng leaped up and sent a punch towards Su Xiaoshan's head. The Supreme Thunder Tiger fists were mighty and powerful. With Qin Feng's stage 9 inner chi, they became even more powerful and domineering. The roars of thunder and a ferocious tiger resounded in the air. Qin Feng didn't waste any time and started fighting. What's that sound? Is it going to rain? Are you blind? That's Xiao Feng rushing up the mountain and fighting with Senior Zi Long. How is that possible? That brat was still standing at the waist of the mountain. It hasn't even been a minute. How did he get to the foot of the mountain? What a powerful aura. Even from 100 meters away, I can feel the pressure. This child Xiao Feng can't be underestimated. Can't be underestimated? He's practically one of the strongest people in China. That brat must have broken through to stage 9 inner chi. Without any warning, the battle on Broken Cliff Mountain began. The martial artists from the secular world and the martial artists from outside the martial arts world were shocked. Their voices rose and fell in waves. Most of them were here to witness Zi Long's strength, so no one cared about Xiao Feng's existence. However, Xiao Feng's attack shocked everyone. He was a stage 9 inner chi expert at such a young age. Qin Feng's family and friends gathered together. Lu Bingbing and Yun Xiao stood at the front while Ren Xiaoyao, Xiao Shishi, Zhang Kuku, and the other women who had flirted with Qin Feng stood at the back. They were not as excited as the others. Instead, they stood quietly and prayed for Qin Feng in their hearts. The sky was too dark, and Qin Feng and Zi Long were too fast. Even though many people wore binoculars, they couldn't see the entire battle clearly. Rumble! Another clap of thunder sounded out from the mountain, causing the valley to tremble. There were even gravel falling down from the mountain. Qin Feng threw 2 punches at Su Xiaodian, exerting all the force of his stage 9 inner chi. The weather changed, and the originally clear night sky became covered with dark clouds. Qin Feng didn't expect that he could unleash such a powerful aura after breaking through to stage 9 inner chi. Two ferocious tigers pounced at Su Xiaodian as if they were going to swallow him whole. Su Xiaodian stood with his hands clasped behind his back, wearing a black robe. He stared at Qin Feng with a piercing gaze. When he saw the change in Qin Feng's aura, a trace of astonishment flashed across Su Xiaodian's eyes. He didn't expect Qin Feng to break through so quickly. However, Su Xiaodian's expression was as calm as ever. He didn't even frown when he saw the ferocious tigers charging at him. Suddenly, Su Xiaodian struck with his palm. The strike was gentle and slow. In Qin Feng's eyes, it looked like a grandpa practicing Tai Chi in the park. But in the next moment, Qin Feng changed his mind. Rumble! A loud sound rang out, and Qin Feng's ferocious tiger fist suddenly dissipated, as if it had never appeared. Another powerful and explosive force rushed towards Qin Feng, and without giving him any time to react, it sent him flying. Qin Feng spat out a few mouthfuls of blood in midair and fell heavily to the ground. If it wasn't for the sacred azure battle armor, Qin Feng felt that he would have been crippled by Su Xiaoyan's simple strike. "Master, are you all right?" Shimin Chui Shui and Ouyang Feng's anxious voices echoed in Qin Feng's mind. Qin Feng quickly took out a bottle of healing pills, opened the cap, and poured the entire bottle into his mouth as if he was chewing gum. "Shimin Chui Shui, tell me about the stage 9 inner chi. Why is there such a huge gap between me and Su Xiaodian when we're both stage 9 inner chi?" Qin Feng had been wondering about this for a long time. "Master, the realm of stage 9 inner chi is the preparation for breaking through to the true chi stage. Therefore, there are 4 minor realms in stage 9 inner chi: early stage, intermediate stage, advanced stage, and peak stage. Don't underestimate these 4 minor realms. In fact, the strength of each minor realm will increase exponentially. It's even more terrifying than breaking through from stage 8 inner chi to stage 9 inner chi. Master, you've just broken through to the early stage of stage 9 inner chi. And with the help of various spiritual weapons and powerful skills, you can fight against a stage 9 inner chi expert in the intermediate stage. However, Su Xiaodian is at the peak of stage 9 inner chi, and Master is 3 minor realms weaker than him." Shimin Chui Shui spoke quickly, and his voice was cold. Ouyang Feng and Ouyang Feng stood at the side, holding back their anger. Both of them wanted to help their master beat Su Xiaodian up, but Qin Feng could only rely on his own strength in this deathmatch. "You're always surprising me. I can't believe I didn't kill you with one strike. It seems like you're hiding a lot of secrets." Su Xiaodian leaped to Qin Feng's side as soon as Shimin Chui Shui finished explaining the strength of stage 9 inner chi. The palm strike just now seemed ordinary, but Su Xiaodian used 70% of his strength. He thought Xiao Feng would die in one strike, but Xiao Feng survived. A bottle of healing pills was taking effect in Qin Feng's body, and his chaotic breathing quickly returned to normal. Under Su Xiaoyan's shocked gaze, Qin Feng slowly stood up. He had to go all out in this battle, or he would really die here. "Don't worry, I won't die before I defeat you." "Heh, then show me all you've got. Let me see if you're good enough." Su Xiaodian didn't expect Qin Feng to be able to stand and talk after taking a strike from him. It was an insult to him. He suddenly roared and reached out to attack Qin Feng. The wind from his palm struck down like lightning, piercing through the air in front of Qin Feng. In the blink of an eye, Su Xiaoyan's skinny palm landed on Qin Feng's chest. Qin Feng resisted the pressure and punched. The Thunder Tiger fist broke through Su Xiaoyan's attack, but Su Xiaodian didn't back down. His palm turned into a claw, and a dragon's roar sounded as he grabbed Qin Feng's fist. Bang! With a loud bang, the winter iron glove on Qin Feng's right hand suddenly shattered. It was an orange-quality glove, but it couldn't even withstand a single blow from Su Xiaodian. Qin Feng and Su Xiaodian were stunned. Qin Feng quickly retracted his arm. Su Xiaodian was slightly stunned and let Qin Feng break free. He thought he could crush Qin Feng's entire right arm, but Qin Feng's arm was completely fine. Interesting. You're really interesting. I'm not playing with you anymore. This time, Su Xiaotian was completely enraged. The dragon's roar sounded again, and he swung his claw. Numerous white rays shot towards Qin Feng's chest. Clang! Su Xiaotian's claws were like 10 sharp blades. They hit Qin Feng's armor, and the sound of metal clashing rang out. Brat, so you're wearing a defensive armor. No wonder. I want to see how tough your armor is. Su Xiaotian understood. His palms turned into claws and slammed towards Qin Feng. This invincible dragon's claw was Su Xiaotian's ultimate skill. As long as he wanted to control an enemy, no one could escape from his dragon's claw. Bang, 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 bang. Explosions sounded in the surroundings. Qin Feng could feel the power of the invincible dragon's claw. It was as if he was surrounded by an airtight claw attack. Qin Feng couldn't even find a way out. The claw slammed into the sacred azure battle armor. Although the battle armor protected Qin Feng's skin from being scratched, the claw contained powerful inner qi. This inner qi caused Qin Feng's qi and blood to churn, and he couldn't help but spit out 3 mouthfuls of blood. Master, you can't escape from Su Xiaotian. Fight him head on. The Berserk Demon Pill's medicinal effect has started to spread in Master's body. Master, circulate your inner qi and attack with full force to speed up the Berserk Demon Pill's effect. Shimen Chue Shui and Ouyang Feng were extremely anxious in the system. They would advise Qin Feng from time to time. Qin Feng also realized that he had no room to dodge. Even with the white cloud boots, he couldn't avoid Su Xiaotian's dragon's claw. The battle had just begun, but Qin Feng already felt the pressure. His winter iron glove was broken, and he suffered internal injuries. However, he couldn't even touch a hair on Su Xiaotian's head. Crackle, crackle! Qin Feng bellowed out the anger in his heart. Claw attacks rained down from the sky as he leaped towards Su Xiaotian's head. The spirit snake whip glowed with an orange light as it swung down from the sky. The afterimages of the whip lashed out like a tsunami. Ever since Qin Feng broke through to stage 9 inner qi, he realized that these spiritual weapons could unleash more power. Oomph! You sure have a lot of treasures on you. Once I kill you, they'll all be mine. Su Xiaotian's eyes were fixed on the spirit snake whip in Qin Feng's hand. Despite facing Qin Feng's powerful phantom whip, Su Xiaotian didn't seem to care at all. When the whip was about to land on him, Su Xiaotian swung his hand and soared into the sky with an earth-shattering momentum. Chapter 8:21. Rumble! Rumble! Loud noises resounded in the sky. In the eyes of the onlookers, there were dozens of flashes of white light. The overlapping and powerful whip shadows instantly dissipated in Su Xiaotian's palm wind, like a layer of huge waves falling into the sea, and in the end, it was devoured silently. Qin Feng was slightly startled. It was also in this moment of absent-mindedness that his body flew backwards. He fell from the top of the cliff to the top of the opposite mountain. Holy shit! Xiao Feng was sent flying. That's not called flying, it's called soaring. He directly flew from the top of the southern cliff to the top of the northern cliff. Sigh. Young man, your strength is not bad. What a pity, what a pity. Otherwise, if you join our carefree sect, you will definitely become the #1 figure in the Jianghu in 5 years. The battle had not yet ended, but the spectators on the mountainside were already discussing it. It wasn't that Qin Feng was a noob, but the fact that he was able to step into the early stage of stage 9 inner qi at such a young age made him a peerless prodigy. Unfortunately, his opponent this time was the purple dragon of China, Su Xiaotian. No one believed that a young boy could defeat the purple dragon. If that happened, where would the dignity of the 9 dragons of Huaxia be? Where was the dignity of the Chinese government? When Lu Bingbing and the other women saw Qin Feng being sent flying, their hearts were in their throats. Lu Bingbing and Ren Xiaoyao's palms were covered in a layer of cold sweat. They frowned and gritted their teeth, ready to rush forward to help at any moment. Bang! Qin Feng didn't know how long he floated, but he finally landed. This fall created a huge commotion, and Qin Feng smashed a hole in the ground. Is this all you've got? That's really disappointing. As soon as Qin Feng landed, Su Xiaotian followed suit. He looked at Qin Feng condescendingly. From the beginning to the end, Su Xiaotian had never taken Xiao Feng seriously. Back in the soaring cloud mansion, if not for Ouyang Feng's sudden appearance, Zilong would have crippled Qin Feng. Su Xiaoshan hadn't shown his true strength during the celebration banquet for capturing the William family's mission. His goal was to confuse Xiao Feng. Su Xiaotian was merciless in tonight's battle at Broken Cliff Mountain. He wanted to let Xiao Feng know the consequences of offending him. At the same time, it was also a warning to the rest. He wanted to let the martial artists of the secular world and the outer world know that the 9 dragons of China were not to be provoked. Why were there so many warriors from the Wulin and the secular world? The news was spread by Zilong's men. After Qin Feng landed, he took out a bottle of inner yuan pills and poured them into his mouth. He didn't bring anything today, just a body full of pills. Su Xiaotian had already lifted his right leg and was hovering above Qin Feng's chest. The smile on his face was ferocious and full of mockery. "Tell me, do you think I'll be able to stomp you to death this time?" Su Xiaotian's foot was already on the ground. A violent air current surged under his foot. "I think it's more likely that your soles were pierced through." With a flash of purple light, Qin Feng's silhouette flickered. He forced himself to take a deep breath, grabbed the blood-red blood drinker blade in his hand, and directly stabbed the sole of Zilong's shoe. Su Xiaotian didn't care about the bloodthirsty dagger at all. Did a lousy dagger think it could hurt him? How naive was this child? The subtle sound of skin being cut suddenly spread, and the playful smile on Su Xiaotian's face froze. Su Xiaotian felt a slight prickling pain from the sole of his foot. A warm current spurted out, and bright red blood splattered on the ground. Even Su Xiaotian himself had almost forgotten how long it had been since he shed blood. While Su Xiaotian was in a daze, Qin Feng raised his hand, and the blood drinker blade once again cut the skin on Su Xiaotian's calf. The blood drinker blade was a purple-grade spiritual weapon, and it was even sharper than the Spiritrush sword. It could cut through iron like mud and crush stones into powder. However, Qin Feng made 2 cuts on Su Xiaotian's body, but he only managed to cut his skin. He didn't even hurt his muscles or bones. Rumble! A loud sound exploded from Su Xiaotian's body, and a violent burst of inner qi surged out in all directions. Su Xiaotian roared like a mad beast and kicked Qin Feng into the air. "You actually hurt me? Trash like you isn't fit to hurt me." Su Xiaotian was too arrogant. As one of the 9 dragons of China, he couldn't tolerate a junior making him bleed. Su Xiaotian leaped into the air, and his palms turned into claws as he slashed at Qin Feng's body. Clang! 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 The ear-piercing sound of metal kept ringing, and Qin Feng's body rumbled violently. He felt like he was going to spit out all his organs at any time. Being in the air, Qin Feng had no room to dodge or counterattack. He could only watch as Su Xiaotian beat him from midair to a higher altitude and stomped him all the way to the ground. Rumble! Suddenly, a loud explosion came from Qin Feng's body, and Little Pig's anxious voice sounded in his mind. "Master, the sacred azure battle armor is about to crack." Qin Feng was shocked. He didn't expect a blue-grade battle armor to crack. The strength of a Stage 9 inner chi expert was indeed extraordinary. Qin Feng remembered that he was still wearing the white-grade flying dragon armor during the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace. Later on, it was Uncle Ghost who broke it. "Master, hurry up and get rid of Su Xiaotian." Shimen Shueishue and Ouyang Feng were also very anxious. Qin Feng was able to withstand Su Xiaotian's attack for so long because of the sacred azure battle armor's powerful defense. If the battle armor was completely broken, Qin Feng would be vulnerable. One should know that Qin Feng and Su Xiaotian were 3 ranks apart, and Qin Feng was challenging an enemy 3 ranks higher than him. Bang! Bang! Su Xiaotian's attacks became more powerful, and the explosions on Qin Feng's body became more intense. Cracks appeared on the sacred azure battle armor before Qin Feng's eyes. Every time Su Xiaotian's attack landed, the cracks would spread all over his body. It was as if the armor would explode at any time. Rumble! Suddenly, a loud explosion sounded like a muffled thunder. The top of the cliff shook violently. Broken rocks rolled down the cliff like raindrops, scaring the martial artists on the mountainside into hiding. Even Su Xiaotian was shocked by the loud explosion because it wasn't caused by his attack. It was the sound of Qin Feng's sacred azure battle armor exploding. Go to hell, brat! To prevent Qin Feng from playing dirty, Su Xiaotian didn't dare to get close to Qin Feng. He launched a palm strike and sent Qin Feng crashing into the cliff between the two peaks. The broken pieces of the sacred azure battle armor fell into the cliff, and Qin Feng's body flew down the cliff. Gasps of shock came from the mountainside. Everyone saw Qiao Feng being smashed into the cliff. No one thought Qiao Feng could survive after falling from such a high cliff. 2 drops of tears rolled down from the corner of Lu Bingbing's eyes. In the next second, she dashed toward the top of the cliff. Lu Jie was a second slower than Lu Bingbing. When he regained his senses, he also dashed toward the top of the cliff. Rin Xiao Yao, Qiao Shishir, Zhang Ye, and the rest of the Huang group followed. Yunzhe was dragging his sister, so his speed was much slower. Zhang Keku and Dongfang Qing were worried, so they held hands and climbed up the mountain. Bang! 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 After some time, another loud noise came from the top of the mountain. Lu Bingbing was the first to reach the top. She pulled out the belt from her waist and slapped Su Xiaotian's face. At this moment, Lu Bingbing didn't care about power. She didn't care if Su Xiaotian was one of the 9 dragons of China or a senior of the dragon sect. In Lu Bingbing's eyes, Su Xiaotian was her husband's murderer. As Qin Feng's woman, she had to avenge her husband. Lu Bingbing swung the belt as tears streamed down her face. She had been dating Qin Feng for so long, but she had never called him her husband. She wanted to say it now, but she didn't have the chance to. You're no match for me. Back off. Su Xiaotian didn't care about Lu Bingbing's attack at all. He waved his hand, and the whip disappeared. A gust of wind blew at Lu Bingbing, sending her crashing into a boulder at the top of the mountain. Su Xiaotian, you killed my boss. I'll die with you today. As soon as Lu Bingbing landed on the ground, Lu Jie swung the 2-meter-long overlord slash at Su Xiaotian, panting heavily. Before the great sword could land, Lu Jie was sent flying and crashed into the mountain peak on the other side. Rin Xiao Yao appeared in midair. The waning moon sword drew a half-moon arc with the chi of heaven and earth. The waning moon swordplay was so profound that even Qin Feng was shocked. This swordplay was comparable to the solitary 9 swords. Surprise flashed in Su Xiaotian's eyes. Unfortunately, Rin Xiao Yao's strength was too weak compared to Su Xiaotian's. The moment the sword chi enveloped Su Xiaotian, it disappeared. Back off! All of you! Are you trying to rebel? Su Xiaotian bellowed, sending Little Demon, who was in midair, crashing to the ground. Before the members of the Dragon Sect's Huang group could help Lu Bingbing, they stood rooted to the ground. Su Xiaotian, I'm going to kill you. Lu Bingbing panted and wiped the blood off the corner of her mouth. She grabbed her belt and pounced at Su Xiaotian again. Impatience flashed in Su Xiaotian's eyes. He waved his hand and Lu Bingbing fell into the cliff like a kite with a broken string. The mountain peak was filled with people. The surroundings fell into silence. These people all had different expressions on their faces. The 3rd young master of the capital was secretly delighted at Xiao Feng's death. Some of the elders of the outer pugilistic world were feeling sorry for Xiao Feng's death. Rin Xiao Yao, Yun Xiao, and the others had already had their souls extracted. They were dumbly expressionless. This was the prestige of the 9 dragons of China. Su Xiaotian was only the weakest among them. Su Xiaotian's strength shocked everyone. No one dared to challenge him anymore. The battle was over. Xiao Feng was dead. Su Xiaotian started to walk down the mountain. Bastard Su, tonight is a battle of life and death between you and me. How dare you hurt my woman? I'll make you regret it. An angry roar came from the bottom of the cliff. It was a very familiar voice. Su Xiaotian's expression changed drastically. He stopped abruptly. The crowd looked at the cliff between the 2 cliffs. Yun Xiao, Rin Xiao Yao, and the rest finally got their souls back. Their faces were filled with excitement and joy. Qin Feng wasn't dead. He carried Lu Bingbing to the top of the mountain. A blood-red armor appeared on Qin Feng's body. It was as if the blood of a demonic beast was flowing slowly on the blood demon armor. It emitted a mysterious and breathtaking aura. Qin Feng's eyes were bloodshot, and he looked like an awakened ancient beast. Wherever he looked, everyone lowered their heads nervously, not daring to meet his gaze. However, when he looked at Lu Bingbing, who was in his arms, his bloodshot eyes would quickly return to normal. His gaze was as gentle as water and filled with love. Bingbing, go rest. I'll help you teach that bastard a lesson. Qin Feng helped Lu Bingbing straighten her hair that was messed up by the wind. Lu Bingbing was still in a daze. Lu Bingbing thought that she and Qin Feng were dead. She wanted to hold hands with Qin Feng and cross the bridge of helplessness. They wanted to be lovers in their next lives. In the end, she fell to the bottom of the cliff and was saved by Qin Feng. Lu Bingbing's injuries weren't serious. Plus, Qin Feng fed her an inner energy pill. Color returned to her face. Lu Bingbing hesitated. She tiptoed and quickly kissed Qin Feng's lips. Her voice was as soft as a mosquito. Be careful. If you die, I'll accompany you. Chapter 822. Not only did Xiao Feng not die, but he also returned unscathed with a beauty in his arms and changed into a domineering battle armor. Everyone was dumbfounded. They thought he had transmigrated back to this world. You're not dead yet? You really are an unkillable cockroach. Su Xiaodian walked back. Although he looked calm on the surface, he was infuriated. He was the purple dragon of China's 9 dragons, but he couldn't even kill a brat. This was an insult to him. Bingbing, go rest. Qin Feng kissed Lu Bingbing's forehead and pushed her away. Then he looked at Su Xiaodian unhurriedly. I told you I won't die before I torture you. I was being merciful earlier. Let's see how many more moves you can take from me. Everyone was gathered at the top of the cliff. Su Xiaodian couldn't afford to lose face, so he didn't dare to let Qin Feng continue. He swung his palm at Qin Feng. Boom! A loud explosion sounded. Su Xiaodian didn't hold back and unleashed his full strength as a stage 9 inner chi. Qin Feng felt that the aura in front of him had more than doubled. The entire broken cliff mountain started to shake violently. Wherever Su Xiaodian's feet passed, the ground cracked. Was this the true strength of a stage 9 inner chi? The crowd had already dispersed. Many people jumped onto the opposite cliff to watch. Su Xiaodian was too powerful. Everyone felt pressured when they were near him. In the eyes of the crowd, Qin Feng's eyes turned blood-red again. Coupled with his blood-red battle armor and the dark red dagger in his hand, he looked like a demon that crawled out of hell. Su Xiaodian's attack was inches away. It was as if his fist was stuck to the tip of Qin Feng's nose. However, Qin Feng didn't move an inch. There was no fear or worry on his face. The sound of skin tearing echoed. Qin Feng was as fast as lightning. Even Su Xiaodian couldn't dodge in time. The bloodthirst blade instantly cut open a huge wound on his arm. His blood splattered on the bloodthirsty blade. The blade was like a hungry beast, absorbing Su Xiaodian's blood in an instant. The glow on the blade became even more dazzling, as though it had a consciousness of its own, turning into a spiritual, divine weapon. How can you be so fast? Did you break through again? Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. Su Xiaodian ignored his bleeding arm and stared at Qin Feng with widened eyes. Qin Feng's aura was still at the early stage of stage 9 inner chi, but there was a hint of savagery to it. The violent demon pill in Qin Feng's body had been completely activated, and Qin Feng had entered a berserk state. At the same time, he had also activated the berserk attribute demon core in his body. Now, he had put on the blood demon armor and activated the pure spirit blood of a demon beast. With these 3 effects, Qin Feng's current strength was something that even he himself could not grasp. Invincible Dragon Claw. Su Xiaodian bellowed, and a dragon's roar reverberated in the air. He immediately used his sure kill technique. His claws turned into sharp blades as he frantically clawed at Qin Feng. Special Thunder Tiger Fist. Rumble, a claw and a fist collided fiercely. Qin Feng didn't have the winter iron glove, but this punch was more powerful and overbearing than before. Explosions rang in the air, and the ground beneath their feet started to crack. The peak of the cliff was cracked, and large rocks rolled down the cliff. The cliff looked like it was going to collapse at any moment. After the punch, Qin Feng's body uncontrollably retreated a few steps. He only managed to stabilize his footing when he was hanging on the edge of the cliff. Gasps came from the crowd because the purple dragon, Su Xiaotian, was sent flying. His body drew a beautiful arc in the air before crashing heavily onto the ground. Su Xiaotian, Xiao Feng, sent him flying? Bang! Su Xiaotian's body sank into the ground. Before he could get up, Qin Feng's sturdy figure was already hovering above his head. A long orange whip lashed at Su Xiaotian's body. Like a cannonball, the whip struck Su Xiaotian's body in a rhythmic manner. Remember, this is the consequence of offending my Xiao Feng's woman. Qin Feng roared as he waved his whip in the air. Su Xiaotian's black robe was torn and tattered. Dozens of bright red whip shadows fell from his body. Some of the shadows landed on the ground beside him, stirring up a cloud of dust and gravel. It felt like the momentum of a machine gun's bullets sweeping across. Brat, you're courting death. Being whipped by Qin Feng like a beast in front of everyone, Su Xiaotian was so angry that his lungs were about to explode. Leaping up, Su Xiaotian's body exploded. His black robe was blasted into pieces, revealing a white singlet underneath. Su Xiaotian's black robe turned out to be a long knife. When the long knife was unsheathed, it instantly drew dozens of light shadows in the air. Bang, bang, bang. The spirit snake whip in Qin Feng's hand turned into the spirit rush sword. The long sword danced, and sword chi whistled. The sword chi clashed in the air, creating another earth-shattering sound. The cliff, which was already on the verge of collapse, shattered. Both of them fell along the huge rocks, and only stopped when they reached the waist of the mountain. Su Xiaotian died. Qin Feng's eyes turned blood red like burning flames. The Berserk Demon Pill's medicinal effect was fully activated. Qin Feng flew towards Su Xiaotian with his sword. His blood demon armor was like a fireball whistling in the wind. Swish, swish, swish. Before Qin Feng's figure arrived, there were already dozens of wind-breaking sounds in the air. The wind blades shocked Su Xiaotian. Could it be that Xiao Feng had broken through to the true Qi stage? Otherwise, how could he kill people with Qi condensation? Even Su Xiaotian couldn't use this move now. But soon, Su Xiaotian realized that something was wrong. The wind blades seemed powerful and magical, but when they landed on him, they didn't have much effect. At most, they would cut his skin. To a powerhouse like Su Xiaotian, a superficial wound was no different from a non-existent injury. Sky-splitting slash. Su Xiaotian withstood the wind blades and leaped into the air. The sky-splitting slash in his hand shone with an orange light. It was an orange-grade spiritual equipment. The slash seemed to carry the aura of splitting the sky. Qin Feng had already leaped into the air. The spirit rush sword in his hand danced rapidly, instantly forming a series of afterimages. Solitary 9 swords. One slash was domineering and one slash was mysterious. The huge blade aura sent Qin Feng flying. Without the sacred azure battle armor, the blood demon armor's defense was much weaker. Qin Feng fell to the ground and spat out a few mouthfuls of blood. A playful smile appeared on Su Xiaotian's face. Just as he was about to give chase with his broadsword in hand, the sword aura in the air suddenly changed and became extremely strange. There was no time to react at all. Several sword auras cut through Su Xiaotian's body and even cut a large wound on his face. Xiao Feng, if I don't kill you today, I'll be one of the 9 dragons of China in vain. The power of the solitary 9 swords injured Su Xiaotian once again. He went from being unscathed to being battered and exhausted. Su Xiaotian was originally a dignified king who stood on the altar, but now he was on the same level as Qiao Feng. How could he accept this reality? The berserk saber chi attacked again. Qin Feng had just sat up when he hurriedly sent out several fireballs. The dark mountainside became faintly discernible. Wherever the destructive fire went, the temperature of the surroundings skyrocketed. Su Xiaoyan's expression changed drastically. He hurriedly swung his sword at the fireballs. The instant the sky-opening slash came into contact with the destructive fire, it melted into a mist and dissipated. Su Xiaoyan stared at his empty hands, dumbfounded. That was an orange-grade spiritual energy sword. How could it be melted so easily? Rumble! The destructive fire didn't dissipate. Qin Feng's strength skyrocketed, and the flames he sent out were several times stronger. The raging beast flames instantly surrounded Su Xiaoyan, burning him into a ball of fire. That brat is a fire elemental demonic cultivator. He's a peerless cultivation genius that only appears once in 100 years. Did he just defeat Zilong? Am I seeing things? Seeing Su Xiaoyan in a sea of fire and unable to be seen, the crowd on the opposite side of the cliff was in an uproar. Lu Bingbing and the others finally heaved a sigh of relief. However, they were also stunned by the sudden reversal of the situation. Roar! Suddenly, a furious roar came from the flames. It was Su Xiaoyan's voice. He didn't turn to ashes even though he was surrounded by the destructive fire. An invisible yet tangible air barrier protected Su Xiaoyan, rendering the destructive fire useless. The flames suddenly exploded, scattering everywhere like a meteor shower. The crowd on the opposite side of the mountain cried out in shock. A ball of fire was flying toward their heads. "Come back!" Qin Feng hurriedly got up and leaped onto the cliff. The destructive fire seemed to understand Qin Feng's words and disappeared. "Qiao Feng, I'd like to see how thick your skin is." Just as he retracted the destructive fire, Su Xiaoyan's hands turned into sharp claws and pounced at him. Rolling inner qi gathered on his 10 fingers. It was as if he could dig through the aura of the cliff with a single claw. Qin Feng's expression changed drastically. He could already feel death approaching. Sizzle! A strange sound spread. Su Xiaoyan had just emerged from the scorching, destructive fire. Suddenly, he felt the temperature around him plummet. Layers of solid ice appeared in front of Qin Feng. The ice was indestructible, like layers of thick walls, blocking Su Xiaoyan outside. When the sharp claws landed on the ice, a loud crashing sound could be heard. The spectators were in an uproar again. Not long ago, they discovered that Qin Feng was a demonic cultivator. Now, they discovered that he was a rare dual elemental demonic cultivator. Ice in one hand and fire in the other. This was the realm that many demonic cultivators yearned for. Did this young man achieve it? You're actually a dual elemental demonic cultivator? I've underestimated you. Su Xiaoyan was shocked. He felt that Qin Feng was toying with him. First, he conserved his strength. Then he retaliated. Su Xiaoyan couldn't afford to lose face like this. He already regretted spreading the news of the deathmatch. He wanted everyone to witness his glorious history of acting tough. In the end, he became someone else's pretentious cannon fodder. Su Xiaoyan even suspected that he was dreaming. He was the purple dragon of China's 9 dragons. How could a random person come out of nowhere and beat him? Ouyang Feng beat him up, and even Qiao Feng rendered him helpless. Bang, 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 bang. The loud noises were endless. The extreme ice in front of Qin Feng was shattered by Su Xiaoyan again and again. However, a new layer of extreme ice appeared. Su Xiaoyan had lost his patience. His profound invincible dragon claw became messy and messy, turning into a series of claw and hammer attacks. Qin Feng's eyes were like torches, red like fire. The benefit of the violent demon pill was that it could make a demonic cultivator enter a berserk state while maintaining their sanity. Boom! The layers of extreme ice were finally shattered. Su Xiaoyan was driven mad. His hair was messy, his clothes were tattered, and his claws were covered in blood. He roared at the sky and pounced at Qin Feng. Buzz! Qin Feng was the one who made polar ice disappear because he saw the opportunity. While Su Xiaodian was in a mess, Qin Feng's Chongling sword shone with orange light. He slashed down lightly and merged the essence of the solitary 9 swords into it. This slash seemed to cut the air, dividing the area into 2. The center of the division was the line between Su Xiaotian's brows. Bang, 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 bang. Explosions spread out on Su Xiaotian's body. Su Xiaotian, who had lost his mind, didn't notice Qin Feng's sword chi. The sword chi was too fast. When Su Xiaotian came to his senses, his clothes and flesh had all exploded. Su Xiaotian reacted at the moment of life and death. After all, he was one of the 9 dragons of China and was at the peak of stage 9 inner chi. Su Xiaotian used his dense inner chi to protect his body. He looked at the sword wounds all over his body, and blood kept flowing. Chapter 823. The sword chi was sharp and intertwined. The explosions on the purple dragon's body lasted for more than a minute. The onlookers were all dumbfounded. The handsome and aloof purple dragon from China was long gone. What was left was a horrifying old monster with tattered clothes that couldn't even cover his body. Su Xiaoshan looked like a monster at this moment. Not only was his body covered in blood, but his twisted old face and bulging eyes were even more terrifying. Qin Feng was still brandishing the sword in his hand. His speed was getting faster and faster. The sword chi surged and swept towards Su Xiaoshan with the momentum of splitting a mountain. Su Xiaoshan's face turned pale. He was on the verge of collapsing. An airflow barrier appeared in front of him, blocking Qin Feng's sword chi attack. Su Xiaoshan looked at Xiao Feng's blood-red eyes. Recalling Xiao Feng's sudden increase in strength, Su Xiaoshan instantly understood that this kid had eaten a violent demon pill. A single berserk demon pill could make Xiao Feng so powerful? Su Xiaoshan still couldn't figure it out, but it didn't matter anymore. Xiao Feng, do you know why Yan Wushuang didn't come? Su Xiaoshan suddenly laughed. Qin Feng didn't see Yan Wushuang around. He had a bad feeling when he heard Su Xiaoshan mention Yan Wushuang. Haha, because she came to me before we started the battle. Su Xiaoshan sensed Qin Feng's sword chi suddenly became chaotic and his momentum weakened. He continued, do you know why she came to me? The smile on Su Xiaoshan's face grew wider, but Qin Feng's heart was in a mess. The solitary 9 swords was in a mess. The originally vast and sharp sword chi had lost its killing intent. Qin Feng didn't dare to ask, but Su Xiaoshan answered without asking. Because Yan Wushuang was afraid that you would die by my sword tonight. She came to me before the battle. Unfortunately, I didn't promise her that I would spare your life. Qin Feng's palms were drenched in cold sweat. He seemed to have guessed what Su Xiaoshan was going to say next. Do you want to know the result? That woman didn't want to leave. She said she wanted to challenge me, so I had to fulfill her wish. Don't worry, she didn't suffer when she died because my sword was fast, and I left her body intact. Rumble. Before Su Xiaotian's laughter died away, a loud explosion came from the void. It was the sound of Qin Feng's body exploding. Master, quickly suppress your qi and blood. Master, don't listen to Su Xiaotian's nonsense. He's probably trying to provoke you on purpose. He wants you to go completely crazy. Shimen Shui Shui and Ouyang Feng's anxious shouts rang in Qin Feng's mind, but Qin Feng's mind was buzzing and he couldn't hear anything else. Qin Feng was driven mad by the news of Yan Wushuang's death. Although the berserk demon pill could preserve Qin Feng's consciousness, if he was stimulated by the outside world, then the berserk demon state could also devour Qin Feng's consciousness. After all, the pill was not omnipotent, and it also depended on the willpower of the user. Roar! Qin Feng's silhouette stood at the waist of the cliff and roared furiously at the sky. The blood demon armor on his body had already turned black and red. The blood red in his eyes had also begun to dim, like 2 black holes that devoured light. The blood-imbibing knife had also changed, suffusing a strange purple-black color. All these changes foretold that Qin Feng was about to completely descend into madness and lose his last trace of consciousness. Master, wake up! Master, if you can't control the berserk demon state, You'll become a great demon that can destroy the world. The two heroes were hopping with anxiety in the system, especially Ouyang Feng. He was a person who had entered the berserk demon state before, so he knew better than anyone else how evil and terrifying it was. When Ouyang Feng entered the berserk demon state, he killed hundreds of martial arts masters with his bare hands. Because of this, he was feared by everyone and became the Western poison Ouyang Feng. Roar! 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 Qin Feng could no longer hear anything from the outside world. Su Xiaoyan's last sentence echoed in his mind. Is Yin Wushuang dead? Qin Feng didn't want her dead. Boom! When the black and red blood demon armor turned completely black, Qin Feng suddenly punched out. The violent airflow seemed to be able to devour the heaven and earth. When the punch landed on the cliff wall, it created a huge hole. Roar! Roar! Qin Feng became a demon with a single thought after the punch landed. His eyes were empty and lifeless, and he punched around aimlessly. Rocks crumbled, and the wind and clouds rose. It was as if doomsday had come. Ha! Ha! As expected, you ate the berserk demon pill. Now that you've entered the berserk demon state, I want you to explode and die. Seeing Qin Feng's current state, Su Xiaoyan threw his head back and laughed. He had suspected that Qin Feng had eaten the berserk demon pill, so he purposely said those words to provoke Qin Feng. Now that the plan was going smoothly, everything was under Su Xiaoyan's control. This battle of life and death was still Su Xiaoyan's home ground. Before his laughter stopped, Qin Feng suddenly turned around and looked at Su Xiaoyan. His pair of empty and dark eyes seemed to be able to devour all darkness. It was as if a demon from hell was staring at your soul, making Su Xiaoyan's heart tremble. Boom! Without giving Su Xiaoyan a chance to react, Qin Feng suddenly threw a punch. This punch could split the sky and earth, distorting the surrounding air. Qin Feng's speed was several times faster than before. It felt like his fist had already landed on Su Xiaoyan's body. Bang! Su Xiaoyan flew, or rather, he was soaring. Su Xiaoyan, who was standing at the waist of the cliff, was sent flying towards the top of the cliff by Qin Feng's punch. Whoosh! Qin Feng tapped the ground with the tip of his foot and shot forward. In a breath's time, he caught up to Su Xiaoyan. Su Xiaoyan, who was in midair, lost the ability to resist. He couldn't even change the direction of his body. He could only watch as Qin Feng's punch landed on him. Bang! Su Xiaoyan's body flew up again. Qin Feng was like an agile monkey as he climbed up the steep cliff. When he reached the same height as Su Xiaoyan, he swung his fist at Su Xiaoyan. Boom! Rumble! The Thunder Tiger fist landed on Su Xiaoyan's body like raindrops. Thunder rumbled at the bottom of the cliff, and the roar of the tiger could not be stopped. Everyone stood on the opposite side of the broken cliff mountain, and they were all shocked, speechless. Even if they saw it with their own eyes, they could still accept it. China's purple dragon, Su Xiaoyan, was beaten to the point where he couldn't even fight back. How powerful was Qin Feng in the berserk demon state? No one could see it clearly, not even Qin Feng himself. Su Xiaoyan's body was beaten up by Qin Feng from the waist of the mountain to the top of the cliff. Qin Feng leaped high into the sky. He was even taller than Su Xiaoyan. With one foot on Su Xiaoyan's abdomen, he spread his arms and looked like a demon king descending to the world. Boom! Qin Feng suddenly exerted force with the tip of his foot. His body was still floating in midair, but Su Xiaoyan, who was under his foot, turned into a cannonball and crashed to the ground. Boom! Another loud bang sounded when Su Xiaoyan landed, shaking the entire valley. Su Xiaoyan sunk into the ground, creating a pit half a meter deep. Su Xiaoyan's face was drained of all color. His body was twitching as blood bubbled up from the corner of his mouth. No one would believe that he was one of the strongest in China's 9 dragons, judging from his pitiful appearance. Thud! Qin Feng landed on the ground. In a flash, he appeared beside Su Xiaoyan. Qin Feng's eyes were dark and lifeless. Even his pupils had disappeared. He had lost his mind. In his eyes, there was only Su Xiaoyan around him. He seems to have entered the demonic path, the demonic state. This is definitely the state that demonic cultivators yearn for and fear. Su Xiaotian doesn't seem to be able to hold on. This young man really defeated Su Xiaotian. The crowd was in an uproar. Their eyes were filled with shock. Qin Feng raised his right foot and hovered above Su Xiaotian's head. Before his foot landed, a violent aura shot out from the bottom of his foot. Su Xiaotian's eyelids drooped. He didn't even have the strength to run. "Stop!" An old voice suddenly came from the void. However, Qin Feng turned into a demon with a single thought, so he couldn't hear the voice. Qin Feng's right foot landed as fast as a shooting star. The life of the purple dragon, one of China's 9 dragons, was in Qin Feng's grasp. If he landed his foot on the ground, Su Xiaotian would no longer exist in China. Bang! The sole of his foot landed on the ground, cracking the ground and sending gravel flying. However, his foot did not land on Su Xiaotian. Instead, it landed on the ground beside Su Xiaotian's head. Roar! Qin Feng let out a furious roar, turned around, and swung his fist. When the foot landed, a black-robed elder sneakily attacked Qin Feng from behind. The elder wanted to send Qin Feng flying, but he didn't expect Qin Feng to only move his body slightly. "Stop!" The elder bellowed again, but Qin Feng's fist did not stop. Instead, it sped up and landed on the elder's chest, sending him flying. "Xiao Feng, you've turned into a demon. Stop now." After the elder was sent flying, another 11 elders floated out from the void. These 12 elders were the 12 peaks of the dragon sect. The 9 dragons of China were the strongest of the dragon sect. The dragon sect needed Su Xiaotian, but China needed Su Xiaotian more. The 12 peaks had arrived long ago for this deathmatch. They had been hiding in the dark, and when Qin Feng was about to kill Su Xiaotian, they could not help but reveal themselves. Roar! Qin Feng lost his mind in the demonic state. His method was simple and brutal. He would kill anyone who dared to stop him. With a roar, Qin Feng was already in midair. His fists turned into afterimages, shrouding the 3 peaks in an instant. The 3 of them were shocked. They had underestimated Qin Feng's strength. Qin Feng was too powerful in his demonic state. Even the 12 peaks couldn't fight him alone. This kid's bloodthirst is too strong. We need to suppress him. If he's allowed to grow, there will be endless troubles in the future. Someone from the 12 peaks spoke, but no one knew who it was. Set up the formation. Another voice sounded. The 11 of them immediately formed a circle surrounding Qin Feng. Boom! The air suddenly exploded as someone sent a palm strike at Qin Feng. Qin Feng was about to block it with his fist when another explosion came from behind him. Another person had also launched an attack at him. The 11 of them had a huge advantage in terms of numbers, so they decided to take turns fighting Qin Feng. None of them dared to fight Qin Feng head-on, so they waited for the right opportunity to ambush him. Qin Feng, who had lost his mind, was only powerful, but he was being toyed with by the 11 of them. Just as he was about to attack one of them, he was interrupted by another outsider's attack. Rumble! Rumble! Everyone on the cliff was dumbfounded. They would never have thought that a young Xiao Feng would attract the combined force of the 12 peaks of the Dragon Gate. Su Xiaotian was still lying in the crater. No one cared about him because no one could get away from him. Qin Feng was surrounded by the 11 of them. His body was constantly being hit, and he had no chance to fight back. Shimen Chui Shui and Ouyang Feng were anxious. Suddenly, Ouyang Feng's eyes shone brightly. "Brother Chui Shui, guard the system. I'll go help Master." Rumble! Another explosion came from the sky. It was even more powerful than the thunder before. Since Qin Feng had entered the demonic state, his consciousness had disappeared. Therefore, Qin Feng didn't need to release Ouyang Feng. Ouyang Feng broke free from the system by force. Chapter 8:24. Rumble! Rumble! Ouyang Feng's appearance caused an earth-shattering commotion. The 12 peak elders and the onlookers all looked up. In the distant sky, a black figure moved as fast as lightning. In the blink of an eye, he arrived in front of the crowd from thousands of meters away. Ouyang Feng stood at the top of the opposite cliff. right in front of the crowd. His black robe fluttered in the strong wind. No one could see his ferocious face and murderous eyes under the black hat, but his powerful aura surged in all directions, and everyone could feel an unprecedented pressure. The 11 higher-ups who were attacking Qin Fen stopped. The higher-up who was sent flying by Qin Fen had returned to his team. The 12 of them also had their faces covered in black robes. They landed on the opposite side of the cliff and formed a strange formation. They stared at Ouyang Feng. Just from Ouyang Feng's aura, the 12 of them felt a great sense of danger. "Who are you? What's the matter?" No one knew who spoke first, but an old and deep voice came from the other side of the mountain. Ouyang Feng, you old farts. How dare the 12 of you bully my little friend Xiao Feng? How shameless!" Ouyang Feng had a serious temper. Previously, when he saw his master being beaten up in the system, Ouyang Feng had been suppressing his anger. Now that he had finally come out, he roared angrily and swung his huge fists. Rumble! As soon as Ouyang Feng moved, there was a thunderous explosion in the air. His speed was so fast that before the spectators could react, and before the 12 peak leaders could prepare themselves, 2 of them were punched to the ground. "Is that all you've got? You can't even withstand a single blow." After the punch landed, the remaining 10 peak elders finally came to their senses. They finally knew who this black-robed monster was. Was this Ouyang Feng, who had beaten Zilong up in the Soaring Cloud Mansion? This person was a Stage 10 external expert. Ouyang Feng had already launched his second attack. It was the same 2 simple punches, but they caused the air on the top of the cliff to tremble. Rumble! 2 loud bangs rang out, and another 2 upper peaks fell to the ground. In the Dragon Gate, the 12 upper peaks were as famous as the 9 dragons and 5 tigers in China. In fact, their positions were even higher than the 9 dragons and 5 tigers. However, in Ouyang Feng's eyes, there were no 9 dragons and 5 tigers, and there were number 12 upper peaks. There were only a bunch of ants that he could beat up. The 12 upper peaks panicked. They had been caught off guard by Ouyang Feng and were thrown into confusion. Not long ago, the 12 of them had wanted to use Qin Feng to participate in the martial arts circle convention to lure Ouyang Feng out. Now that Ouyang Feng had really come, the 12 of them were at a loss. The 12 of them were only at the late stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi. Any one of the 9 dragons could easily defeat them. However, the 12 of them always fought at the same time. When they joined forces, even the Red Dragon of China was no match for them. They could even defeat masters in the True Energy Stage and Stage 10 External Realm. However, this was under the condition that he was prepared. Now, they had no time to prepare because Ouyang Feng had already defeated 6 of them. Roar! Ouyang Feng's appearance distracted the 12 of them from dealing with Qin Feng. Freed from the restraints, Qin Feng threw his head back and roared at the sky. Qin Fen leaped up and landed beside Su Xiaotian. Before Qin Fen entered his frenzied state, his only thought was to kill Su Xiaotian. Now, he only had eyes for Su Xiaotian, and everything else seemed to have nothing to do with him. "Xiao Feng, stop. If you kill Zilong, the Dragon Gate will never forgive you. Let Zilong go, and we, the 12 upper peaks, will replace Zilong's position." Seeing Qin Feng standing in front of Su Xiaotian and about to stomp on him, the 12 upper peaks hastily shouted to stop him. They knew Qin Feng's identity and that he had crippled Qi Wanjun, one of the 5 tigers on Devil Beast Mountain. If Qin Feng crippled Zilong, one of the 9 dragons of China, Su Xiaotian, he would not be able to stay in China anymore. On the other side of the cliff, jaws dropped to the ground. Ouyang Feng's powerful attack shocked everyone. This was indeed a battle of the pinnacle. It had refreshed the worldview of the secular martial artists and foreign martial artists. They thought that the 9 dragons and 5 tigers of China were the pinnacle powerhouses, but now it seemed like China was going to change because of Xiao Feng. "Xiao Feng, wake up!" The words of the 12 upper peaks could not wake Qin Feng up. Suddenly, a silhouette flew over, and Ren Xiao Yao landed beside Qin Feng. She hugged Qin Feng and stuffed a demonic pill into his mouth. The demonic pill was a 6th-grade golden pill refined by the herbal sex representative Uncle Hua, during the medicinal pill conference. The demonic pill could restore the sanity of a demonic cultivator in a frenzied state. At this critical moment, Ren Xiaoyao, who valued pills as much as her life, took out the demonic pill without hesitation. Roar! Blocked by Ren Xiaoyao, Qin Feng roared angrily at the sky. A violent aura surged out in all directions, directly sending little demon Ren flying. The demonic pill melted in Qin Feng's mouth and spread throughout his body. However, Qin Feng had sunk too deep into the demonic state. Even the demonic pill could not wake him up in a short period of time. Qin Feng's right foot once again hovered above Su Xiaotian's head. Another silhouette appeared out of thin air. It was a beautiful woman wearing a tight black leather jacket and a purple wig. Yan Wushuang caught Ren Xiaoyao, who was falling from the sky, and both of them landed on the ground together. After putting Ren Xiaoyao down, Yan Wushuang's feet tapped on the ground and flew towards Qin Feng as light as a swallow. Instructor Yin, Team Leader Qiao has entered a frenzied state. Don't go over there. The members of the Huang group shouted anxiously. However, Yan Wushuang did not seem to hear them. She landed on the ground and threw herself into Qin Feng's arms. Roar! Roar! Qin Feng felt like he was being hugged by someone. His body shook violently. Surges of powerful inner qi shot out from his body, shaking Yan Wushuang so much that blood trickled down the corner of her mouth. Yan Wushuang did not let go. She knew that if she let go, Qin Feng would kill Su Xiaotian. Once Su Xiaotian died, there would be no place for Qin Feng in China. Yan Wushuang had just arrived. She was worried about Qin Feng, so she went to look for Su Xiaotian. Yan Wushuang begged Su Xiaotian not to kill Qin Feng, but Su Xiaotian did not agree. Yan Wushuang challenged Su Xiaotian to a duel. She knew she was no match for Su Xiaotian, but she wanted to use all her strength to exhaust Su Xiaotian's energy. The more energy she exhausted, the higher Qin Feng's chances of survival would be. This woman was not good at expressing her feelings, but she used her actions to prove her feelings for Qin Feng. Unsurprisingly, Yan Wushuang was defeated. However, Su Xiaotian did not manage to kill her. Because he had suffered some internal injuries, Yan Wushuang arrived a little late. As soon as she arrived, she saw Qin Feng in a frenzied state, ready to stomp Su Xiaotian to death. Boom! Qin Feng's aura became more and more ferocious. His eyes were dark and lifeless, like a puppet whose soul had been taken away. Qin Feng seemed to be annoyed by Yan Wushuang's pestering. Suddenly, he reached out his hands and grabbed Yan Wushuang's shoulders, trying to tear her apart. Yan Wushuang felt an intense pain spread through her body. She looked at Qin Feng's ferocious face, but there was no fear in her heart. Qin Feng was lecherous and humorous. He was always cheeky and didn't care about trifles. He was cheerful, forthright, and didn't care about trifles. He was rarely serious, but every time he was serious, he would mesmerize people. The one in front of her was a bloodthirsty demon. Yan Wushuang had enjoyed Qin Feng's beautiful side, so she would accept Qin Feng's bloodthirsty and frenzied side. She was willing to sacrifice herself to wake Qin Feng up and find the young Master Qin that everyone loved. Qin Feng, I love you. Yan Wushuang felt that her body was about to be torn apart. 2 drops of tears rolled down her cheeks. Suddenly, she hugged Qin Feng's neck and kissed him. It was Yan Wushuang's first time kissing, so she was still very inexperienced. However, she felt that this would be her last kiss, so she became unusually wild and unrestrained. Her tongue moved wildly in Qin Feng's mouth. Bang! Another explosion came from Qin Feng's body, but it was much weaker this time. Yan Wushuang's eyes lit up. She felt that Qin Feng's hands that were tearing her body apart had slowed down. Yan Wushuang did not dare to stop. She kissed Qin Feng even more passionately. While kissing, Yan Wushuang murmured Qin Feng's name. Her charming voice was filled with endless temptation. Suddenly, Qin Feng's hands lost their strength. They slid down from Yan Wushuang's shoulders to her waist and hugged her tightly. The darkness in his eyes was fading away and the ferocious expression on his face became more vivid. Qin Feng gradually woke up from his frenzied state. He looked at Yin Wuxuang, who was kissing him passionately. He felt like he was dreaming. Could it be that he was killed by Su Xiaoshan and was reunited with Yin Wuxuang now? Wuxuang! Qin Feng called out to Yin Wuxuang passionately. Yin Wuxuang's eyes were filled with tears. Qin Feng was at a loss of what to do. He quickly wiped Yin Wuxuang's tears. Yin Wuxuang looked at Qin Feng's eyes that were as tender as water. She felt an indescribable excitement in her heart. Wuxuang, why you're not dead? That bastard Su Xiaoshan lied to me. He said that he killed you. Qin Feng looked around and saw the crowd of onlookers. He saw Ouyang Feng and the 12 Peaks. Qin Feng was sure that he was not dreaming. He did not even have time to think about how Ouyang Feng got out. He was more concerned about Yin Wuxuang's survival. Yin Wuxuang suddenly realized that the reason why Qin Feng went into a frenzied state was because of her. Yin Wuxuang's heart melted at the thought of this. She once again took the initiative to kiss Qin Feng. Su Xiaoshan was lying in the deep pit, half dead. No one cared about him. Ouyang Feng and the 12 Peaks were locked in a fierce battle. Explosions were heard all around them. Qin Feng and Yin Wuxuang did not care about the explosions. They stood in the middle of the battle like lovers from another time and space. They kissed each other passionately and could not stop. Master, you should wait. Ouyang Feng is about to kill the 12 Peaks. Little Pig's voice suddenly rang in Qin Feng's mind. Qin Feng was startled and woke up. Not far away, Ouyang Feng was beating up the 12 Peaks of the Dragon Gate. The 12 Peaks were at a disadvantage since the beginning of the battle. They had no chance to fight back. Ouyang Feng was like an undefeatable god of war. Wherever he went, he would unleash a frenzied barrage of attacks. Even though the 12 Peak Masters were all in the late stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi, Ouyang Feng could not stop them. This was the domineering aura of a true powerhouse. He should be this domineering. Ouyang Feng, you can run now. Qin Feng had regained his senses. He did not have any grudges with the 12 Peaks, so he did not want Ouyang Feng to kill them. If that happened, there would be no end to the situation. A bunch of trash. Don't let me see you ganging up on my little friend Xiao Feng again. Otherwise, I'll beat you up every time I see you. After receiving the order, Ouyang Feng stopped attacking and did not forget to warn the 12 Peaks. His words made everyone gasp. In the whole of China, perhaps only this violent and unruly old man had the guts to threaten the 12 Peaks. Monthly votes, brothers. Fight! Chapter 8:25. After beating up the 12 upper peaks and threatening them, Ouyang Feng acted as if nothing had happened. Under everyone's shocked gazes, he swaggered over to Qin Feng's side. Although Ouyang Feng was not afraid of China's 9 dragons and the 12 Peaks, he still had to put on an act. After all, Qin Feng wanted to stay in China in the future. Senior Ouyang Feng, thank you for coming in time and lending a helping hand. Qin Feng cupped his fist and greeted Ouyang Feng. Ouyang Feng pretended to be an unfathomable hermit. He waved his hand and laughed. Ha! You're just a small matter. There's no need to mention it. I usually live in seclusion deep in the mountains, and my life is boring. It's a good time for me to come out and stretch my muscles. In the future, if there's still a matter of these little bums looking for a beating, little friend Xiao Feng, you must call this old man. Ouyang Feng spoke without hesitation, categorizing Su Xiaodian and the 12 Peaks as rookies. Su Xiaodian was half dead and had no energy to be angry. The 12 Peaks were fuming with black smoke, and their noses were crooked. However, no matter how angry they were, none of them dared to look for trouble with Ouyang Feng. This was the dignity of a powerhouse. No one could challenge them. Qin Feng chatted with Ouyang Feng for a while before Ouyang Feng left. He leaped into the air and disappeared into the night like a shadow. After Ouyang Feng left, everyone heaved a sigh of relief. The summit of the 2 cliffs was plunged into silence. Only the howling of the cold wind could be heard. If it weren't for the countless cracks on the summit and the half of the cliff that was shattered, everyone would have suspected that nothing had happened. This life-and-death battle was truly full of ups and downs. From the fierce battle between Xiao Feng and Su Xiaotian to the spectacular performance of Ouyang Feng's sudden appearance and tyrannizing the 12 Peaks, this was the most spectacular battle that everyone present had ever seen. The 12 Peak Masters finally came back to their senses. Two of them went to Su Xiaotian's side to treat his wounds while the others stood still. Three of them walked towards Qin Feng. Xian Group Instructor Yin Wushuang, greet the 3 Peaks. Yin Wushuang had already come out from Qin Feng's embrace. After greeting the 3 Peaks, she secretly pulled Qin Feng's arm. Qin Feng was in a frenzied state and had forgotten what had happened. He looked at the half-dead Su Xiaotian lying in the deep pit, and his heart was shaken by what he saw. This guy, he was really tortured to this extent by himself. Huang Group Deputy Group Leader Qiao Feng greets the 3 superiors. Qin Feng also greeted them. The expressions of the 3 upper peaks were cold, and there were some bruises on their faces. It was obvious that they had been abused by Ouyang Feng. How could they be in a good mood? They glared at Qin Feng coldly and yelled, "You almost killed Su Xiaotian just now. You really want to rebel?" Qin Feng didn't know that the 12 Peaks had intercepted him and trampled Su Xiaotian to death. However, Ouyang Feng had returned to the system and told him everything. Qin Feng was enraged. He didn't back down in front of the 3 superiors. "You almost killed Su Xiaotian? Didn't that mean he hadn't killed her yet? Besides, I'm going to fight Su Xiao to the death. So what if I kill him?" The 3 superiors were stunned. They didn't dare to refute Ouyang Feng's threats because they were afraid of Ouyang Feng's strength. However, Qiao Feng was merely the deputy group leader of the Dragon Gate's Huang Group in their eyes. Now that Qin Feng had recovered from his frenzied state, his strength had plummeted. He was nothing in the eyes of the 3 superiors. Even a small fry like him dared to question their words. The faces of the 3 higher-ups were so cold that it seemed like water was about to drip from them. "Qiao Feng, don't talk nonsense. These 3 are the higher-ups of the Dragon Gate." Yin Wushuang was shocked. She didn't expect Qin Feng to talk back to the 12 Peaks. When she regained her senses, she quickly put in a good word for Qin Feng. One of the superiors glared at Qin Feng with dissatisfaction and reprimanded. "Although it's a life-and-death battle, you're all members of the Dragon Gate. You're like a family. You should have just defeated Zilong. Why did you have to kill each other? Why didn't you reflect on your wrongdoings? I think you want to be punished." As soon as the words left his mouth, the violent aura around his body skyrocketed. Yin Wushuang was merely a Stage 7 inner chi martial artist. She couldn't even withstand a single blow from a Stage 9 inner chi expert. Just a burst of chi alone was enough to make Yin Wushuang restless. Rumble! Qin Feng was completely at odds with the 12 Peaks. He shielded Yin Wushuang behind him and unleashed his powerful aura. Although Qin Feng was only at the early stage of Stage 9 inner chi, his aura was surging and domineering. He was not any weaker than the 12 Peaks of the Dragon Gate. "What are you trying to do? Are you looking for a beating?" The 12 Peaks of Rage glared at Qin Feng and blew his beard. He looked like he was about to attack Qin Feng. Yin Wushuang's heart was in her throat, but before she could open her mouth, Qin Feng shouted, "I can't kill Su Xiaoshan. I can only defeat him. Why didn't Su Xiaoshan stop after defeating me? He's here to kill me. You're still alive, aren't you? If Su Xiaoshan really wanted to kill you, the 12 Peaks would have stopped him." "Heh, do you even believe what you just said? I almost lost my life a few times just now, but none of you showed up. What do you mean by that? Are you questioning the fairness and dignity of the 12 Peaks? I, as the 12 Peaks of the Dragon Gate, will now punish you, arrogant bastard." The 3 Peaks of Dragon Gate were infuriated by Qin Feng. There were many people watching from Broken Cliff Mountain. Wasn't this a slap to the 12 Peaks of Dragon Gate? The 12 Peaks of Dragon Gate had just been humiliated by Ouyang Feng once. They could not afford to lose face again. Yin Wushuang's expression changed drastically when she saw the 3 Peaks of Dragon Gate were about to attack her. She instinctively got into an attacking stance. Qin Feng put his hand on Yin Wushuang's shoulder and said calmly, "You want to fight? You want to fight? My senior Ouyang Feng is itching for a fight every day. I'll call him back. The 3 peaks of Dragon Gate, who were about to attack Qin Feng, stopped abruptly. Their foreheads were drenched in cold sweat. It was obvious that the 12 peaks of the Dragon Gate were afraid of Ouyang Feng. Don't use Ouyang Feng to scare us. If the 12 peaks of Dragon Gate join forces, that old geezer might not be our match. One of the peaks of Dragon Gate glared at Qin Feng. If looks could kill, Qin Feng would have died thousands of times. Oh, really? Why didn't you say that earlier? That's great. My senior Ouyang Feng has never met a worthy opponent in his life. Since you guys are so powerful, I'll call him back and you guys can have a good fight. Qin Feng had already taken out his phone and was scrolling through the numbers. The 3 peaks of Dragon Gate lost their cool. One of them immediately yelled, "Ahem, don't call that old geezer back. We still have important matters to attend to today. We don't have time to fight him. When the 12 peaks of Dragon Gate are free, we'll go and kill him even if Ouyang Feng doesn't come looking for us." Seeing that Ouyang Feng was gone, the 12 peaks of Dragon Gate began to pretend again. Ouyang Feng was hopping mad in the system, begging Qin Feng to let him out so he could beat the 12 peaks of Dragon Gate up. "It's fine if you don't call me. The result of the death duel is out. Since all of you are here, I'll announce the result in front of everyone. According to the rules of the death invitation, I've defeated Zilong, so I'll replace the Zilong of China." Qin Feng knew he couldn't kill Su Xiaodian today. However, after knowing that Yin Wushuang was fine, he didn't insist on killing him. Qin Feng was satisfied with the result of the death duel. He had defeated a Stage 9 enrich expert who was 3 ranks higher than him and survived. Now he was going to replace Zilong of China. Ever since the establishment of the Dragon Gate and the establishment of the 9 dragons and 5 tigers, Qin Feng would be the youngest person to step into the ranks of the 9 dragons and 5 tigers. The 12 peaks of Dragon Gate were livid. After being threatened by Qiao Feng, they didn't like him at all. However, the rules of the death invitation had been implemented since the establishment of the Dragon Gate. Not even the 12 peaks of Dragon Gate had the right to change or cheat. "Qiao Feng, you've defeated Zilong, Su Xiaodian on the Broken Cliff Mountain tonight. According to the rules of the Dragon Gate, you'll be the new Zilong of China. However, due to the betrayal of Green Dragon Feng Qingyu, the 9 dragons of China are temporarily short of 1 spot. You'll have to fight Blue Dragon Ji to determine the winner. After that, the Dragon Gate will decide your final position." Someone from the 12 peaks of Dragon Gate announced the result of the duel. Everyone on the Broken Cliff Mountain heard it clearly. When they learned that Qiao Feng had won and was going to become one of the 9 dragons of China, they were shocked speechless. After the announcement, the 12 peaks of Dragon Gate glared at Qin Feng and left with Su Xiaodian. As the 12 peaks of Dragon Gate walked to the foot of the mountain, Qin Feng muttered to himself, I almost forgot that Senior Ouyang Feng doesn't have a cell phone." The 12 peaks of Dragon Gate slipped and almost fell from the mountain. Yin Wushuang couldn't help but giggle when she saw Qin Feng's serious expression. The 12 peaks of Dragon Gate quickened their pace and disappeared into the night. The exciting duel had finally ended. The people on the opposite mountain finally regained their senses. Did that brat really defeat Su Xiaodian? That's unbelievable. You're the brat. Do you want to die? Qiao Feng is now one of the 9 dragons of China. You better watch your words. The world is changing. The ancient martial arts world of China is really changing. Who is that Senior Ouyang Feng? What's his realm? How could he defeat the 12 peaks of Dragon Gate? The people on the opposite mountain were discussing among themselves. Dozens of figures were rushing toward Qin Feng. Lu Bingbing and Cloudy Xiao were the first to jump into Qin Feng's arms. Cloudy Xiao was not a good fighter, and she didn't care about Qin Feng's other women. Lu Bingbing couldn't care less about her jealousy. She was heartbroken when she saw Qin Feng's wounded body. "Qin Feng, are you all right? You scared me to death. But I don't know any martial arts. I was going to ask my little brother to help you." Sob, sob. As Yun Xiao spoke, she began to choke up. Qin Feng immediately hugged one of them with each arm and patted the 2 women's backs to comfort them. Yan Wu Shuang tactfully retreated to the side. After all, she wasn't Qin Feng's woman. After all, they didn't have sex. Although she was unhappy when she saw the scene before her, she hid her emotions in her heart out of habit. Lu Jie and Xiao Shishir also rushed over. Zhang Yi and the members of the Huang group surrounded them. Everyone was even happier than during the New Year. They didn't expect Qin Feng to defeat Su Xiaodian. The vice leader of the Huang group was going to be promoted to one of the 9 dragons of China. Uncle, I didn't know you were so powerful. I was so worried about you just now. Zhang Kuku and Dongfang Qing Shui also arrived. Zhang Kuku was still as mischievous as ever. She patted her chest and stuck her tongue out at Qin Feng. Dongfang Qing Shui saw so many women in Xiao Feng's arms. She glanced at Qin Feng and said nothing. Chapter 8:26. The battle at Broken Cliff Mountain would be recorded in the history of the ancient martial arts world. It ended with Xiao Feng's defeat of Su Xiaodian. Qin Feng didn't die. This made the people who were worried about him feel relieved. Qin Feng walked down the mountain with Lu Bingbing and Yun Xiao in his arms. His family and friends followed behind him. The martial artists from the secular world and the martial artists who came to watch the battle began to disperse. Yang Kan and Sima Xiang were so scared that they fled. The people from the 5 small family clans who came to see Qin Feng being abused also gloomily snuck into the night and quickly left. These people were already afraid of Xiao Feng's skills. After tonight's battle to the death, they were even more afraid of Xiao Feng's existence. They arrived at the Yun family's old mansion. Qin Feng had promised Yun Xiao that he would have a reunion dinner with her after the battle. Yun Tiankong and the rest of the Yun family were already waiting at the entrance. They had received the news that Xiao Feng had defeated Su Xiaodian and would become one of the new 9 dragons of China. The Yun family's attitude toward Xiao Feng became more respectful. Lu Bingbing, Ren Xiaoyao, Yan Wu Shuang, and Xiao Shishir were all here. The members of the Huang group did not leave either. As a super foodie, Lu Jie would not miss tonight's reunion dinner. Dongfang Qing Shui and Zhang Kuku bade farewell to Xiao Feng and left first. To Qin Feng and Lu Bingbing's surprise, the willow tree also came. Even though Qin Feng had accepted the 4 young masters of the capital as his underlings, Lu Shu, Yang Kan, and Sima Xiang were unconvinced even though they agreed to be his underlings on the surface. This time, Lu Shu took the initiative to follow Qin Feng. Along the way, he tried to curry favor with Qin Feng, as if he was a different person. The atmosphere in the Yun family's mansion was more lively than the New Year. Everyone was very happy tonight. They were happy for Xiao Feng. The Yun family was busy entertaining the guests. Xiao Feng's friends were all members of the 4 major families and 5 minor families. They were either members of the Dragon sect or members of the 4 major families. The Yun family was stunned. Everyone, please take a seat. Make yourself at home. Don't stand on ceremony. Yun Zhao's face was filled with happiness. The smile on her face never disappeared. She was like Qin Feng's little wife. She invited her man's friends and family to be her guests. When Lu Bingbing saw this, she felt a bit uncomfortable. She also took the initiative to pour tea for everyone. It was as if she was trying to steal Yun Zhao's position. Everyone was extremely envious of Qin Feng when they saw the 2 women secretly fighting. That night, everyone drank to their heart's content. Occasionally, someone would propose a toast to Qin Feng. The members of the Dragon's Gate Huang group had already changed the way they addressed Qin Feng. They used to call him Deputy Group Leader Qiao, but now they called him Senior Qiao Feng or Senior Zilong. Hee. Big Brother Qiao, this little brother offers a toast to you and sister-in-law Bingbing. Big Brother, you have to take care of this little brother in the future. Lu Shu finally seized the opportunity to propose a toast. He raised his wine glass and looked at Qin Feng with a fawning smile. Lu Shu was acting strangely tonight. Qin Feng had ignored him before. If Lu Shu hadn't taken the initiative to toast him, Qin Feng would have forgotten about him. Lu Bingbing's charming face instantly blushed. Her status in the Lu family was low. Normally, She was not favored by a direct descendant like Lu Shu. Moreover, Lu Bingbing was younger than Lu Shu. In the Lu family, she called Lu Shu cousin. Now that Lu Shu took the initiative to curry favor with Lu Bingbing and even called her sister-in-law, Lu Bingbing was shocked. Qin Feng could see through Lu Shu's thoughts. This guy used to be dissatisfied when he was his little brother. However, after seeing that he defeated Zilong and was about to become one of China's new 9 dragons, Lu Shu's attitude changed immediately. He was ready to follow Qin Feng's rhythm. Okay, I'll take care of you in the future. You have to listen to sister-in-law. Before Lu Bingbing could respond, Qin Feng had already raised his wine glass and drained it in one gulp. Qin Feng didn't have a good impression of Lu Shu. However, this person was Lu Bingbing's cousin. For Lu Bingbing's sake, Qin Feng put aside their previous conflicts and completely treated Lu Shu as his little brother. Okay. Don't worry, big brother Qiao. Aye, Lu Shu. Swear in front of so many people today that I'll be loyal to big brother Qiao and obey sister-in-law until my death. Lu Shu was so excited that the fat on his face jiggled. He didn't care whether Lu Bingbing was his cousin or not. He called her sister-in-law in a very intimate manner. Hey, Lu, since big brother Qiao is willing to accept you as his little brother, you'll follow me from now on. You'll do whatever I say. Lu Jia was also very excited. He suddenly jumped up and down. The others didn't know why he was so excited. Lu Shu was a disciple of one of the 4 major families. He usually looked down on Lu Jia, who was ranked last among the 5 minor families. Lu Shu's face turned cold. He glared at Lu Jia and yelled, Hey, are you crazy? I'm big brother Qiao's little brother. What does that have to do with you? Lu Jia was instantly displeased. He jumped up and pointed at Lu Shu. He yelled, Hey, are you trying to rebel, brat? Didn't you say you'll be loyal to big brother Qiao until your death? Do you know that I'm big brother Qiao's first little brother? You're now big brother Qiao's little brother's little brother's little brother. Do you dare to disobey me? Before Lu Jia met Qin Feng, he was bullied by the 4 major families and the 5 minor families every day. Now that he was trained by Qin Feng, he dared to point at Lu Shu, one of the 4 young masters of the provincial capital, and curse him. The willow tree immediately became listless. Lu Jia was right. He couldn't even think of a retort. Ahem. I know. Hurry up and sit down. Your fat body is blocking the wind. Lu Shu glared at Lu Jia sullenly. Lu Jia was very proud of himself. He said with a smile, You're fatter than me. How dare you say that? Lu Shu was humiliated again. He was so angry that the corner of his mouth twitched. He stopped bickering with Lu Jia and simply buried his head in the food. He decided that he would never talk to Lu Jia again. You big fatty. Why are you only toasting her and not my sister? My sister is engaged to big brother Qiao. Lu Jia's side had just calmed down, but Yunzhe was unhappy again. Yunzhe was usually very low-key and introverted, but when it came to his sister, Yunzhe would never give in. He hoped that his sister and big brother Qin Feng would be happy. He hoped that he could help his sister fight for a higher position. Lu Shu slapped his forehead and suddenly thought of Yun Xiao. This was the Yun family's old residence, and he actually didn't want to toast Yun Xiao. Little brother Yunzhe, don't be angry. I was just about to toast, but you opened your mouth. Sister-in-law Yun Xiao, let me toast you. Yun Xiao was a person who stood aloof from worldly affairs. She didn't expect her brother to suddenly say these words, which made her a little embarrassed. Yun Xiao was secretly scolding her brother with her eyes when Lu Shu raised his cup of wine. Young Master Lu, don't take offense. My brother was just joking. I'll toast you with this cup of wine. I hope that young Master Lu can help my brother more in the future. Yun Xiao took the initiative to stand up and raised her cup of wine to toast Lu Shu. Lu Shu was so shocked that he almost threw the wine cup away. He secretly glanced at Qin Feng's expression and immediately said, Io, sister-in-law Yun Xiao, don't mock me. Just call me by my full name. I still have to follow big brother Qiao in the future. As for brother Yunzhe, I'll definitely support him. In the future, if the Yun family wants to cooperate with the Lu family, just say the word. Lu Shu had just flattered Lu Bingbing, and now he was flattering Yun Xiao. This made Lu Bingbing feel a little uncomfortable, and she secretly glared at Lu Shu a few times. Yun Xiao was a virtuous and decent woman, so she naturally saw Lu Bingbing's displeasure. Yun Xiao suddenly sat back down. Lu Bingbing hadn't drunk her cup of wine, so she was too embarrassed to drink it now. Ah, sister-in-law Yun Xiao, why did you sit down? Lu Shu was confused. He thought Yun Xiao was suddenly angry, but it scared Lu Shu until he broke out in a cold sweat. Qin Feng smiled and patted Yun Xiao's shoulder. He was very satisfied with Yun Xiao's actions. Qin Feng stood up and pulled Yun Xiao and Lu Bingbing up. Come, little brother Lu is proposing a toast. Let us two sisters-in-law drink together. Qin Feng admitted his relationship with Lu Bingbing and Yun Xiao in front of everyone. Everyone was extremely envious. Yun Xiao didn't touch her cup and looked at Lu Bingbing with a friendly smile. Lu Bingbing was embarrassed. She felt that she was a little narrow-minded. Big sister Yun Xiao, let me propose a toast to you. Lu Bingbing took the initiative to drink the wine. Yun Xiao smiled and nodded. She also toasted. Thank you, little sister Lu. The two beauties suddenly fought. The long-awaited battle didn't play out, which made everyone extremely disappointed. When Qin Feng saw everyone sighing in despair, he almost kicked them out of the room. This was definitely the epitome of being careless in making friends. Following that, the atmosphere became even more harmonious and fiery. Although Qin Feng's alcohol tolerance was good, he was still a bit drunk after being forced to drink by dozens of people. After Qin Feng got drunk, he let go. He hugged Yun Xiao with one hand and Lu Bingbing with the other, touching their thighs. The two girls were extremely shy, but they couldn't bear to push Qin Feng away. They drank until late at night before everyone started to disperse. There were a few people who didn't have a good alcohol tolerance and were drunk unconscious. Yunze arranged for them to stay in the guest rooms of the Yun family's old residence. As for the others who left, Yunze arranged for the Yun family's guards to send them home. This considerate service made everyone feel very comfortable. Qin Feng was so drunk that he staggered as he walked. Yun Xiao asked for Lu Bingbing's permission and let Qin Feng stay in the Yun family. Lu Bingbing had seen Yun Xiao before in Acropolis City. After tonight's in-depth interaction, she found that Yun Xiao's personality was very likable. Lu Bingbing let go of her jealousy and became good sisters with Yun Xiao. After everyone left, Yun Xiao supported Qin Feng to her room. Qin Feng wasn't completely drunk. He was floating around in a half-drunk, half-awake state. Qin Feng, lie down for a while. I'll make you a cup of hangover tea. Yun Xiao placed Qin Feng on the sofa. Just as she was about to make tea, she was pulled into Qin Feng's embrace. Teacher Yun Xiao, you don't know, right? When you were teaching in Acropolis City, I had a crush on you. Qin Feng was drunk and started to talk nonsense, but Yun Xiao's heart was as sweet as honey when she heard it. You scoundrel. When you were a student, you didn't study properly and only thought about these messy things. No wonder your grades couldn't go up. Yun Xiao scolded Qin Feng with a smile. She didn't want to make tea, so she lay in Qin Feng's embrace and refused to get up. I'm thinking of seducing teacher Yun Xiao first, so that you can tutor me alone. That way, my results will improve several times faster. Qin Feng said as he caressed Yun Xiao's long white thighs restlessly while he was drunk. You picked me up a long time ago, but I didn't see you looking for me to learn. Yun Xiao's entire body was burning from being touched at the dinner table. She couldn't help but hug Qin Feng's neck tightly. Then it's not too late for us to start learning now. What do you want to learn? Yun Xiao's voice became charming, and her charming face was so red that water was about to drip out. Qin Feng smiled wickedly and turned around. Tonight, I'll learn the structure of the human body. Ah, you scoundrel, be gentle. Chapter 8:27. When Qin Feng woke up the next day, he was startled. He had forgotten a lot of things from last night. Looking at the room that looked like a battle, he thought he fought with Zi Long again. Yun Xiao was still asleep. Her long eyelashes trembled slightly, looking as enchanting as a sleeping beauty. Qin Feng carried Cloudy Xiao from the broken sofa to the bed. Suddenly, he understood what was going on in this room. Qin Feng was stunned by his own power. The news of Qiao Feng defeating Zi Long, Su Xiaodian spread in the Dragon Gate overnight. Lu Yunyun, Lei Ming, Song Changsheng, Exploding Bear, Flying Bird, everyone was shocked when they heard the news. Su Xiaodian was taken away by the 12 Peaks. The 12 Peaks were already discussing the matter of Qin Feng joining the 9 Dragons. Qin Feng left the Yun family and arrived at Yin Wushuang's villa early in the morning. Just as he arrived at the entrance of the villa, Qin Feng received a phone call. His expression suddenly became abnormally serious. "Dad!" Qin Feng hadn't called out this word in a long time. "Feng, how have you been?" Qin Huang's voice was slightly trembling. "I'm fine. Don't worry about me, Dad. Take care of yourself. I'll go see you after a while." Qin Feng felt his throat was a little dry. "Feng, I called you this time to tell you something very important. The Qin family martial arts gathering has been brought forward. It will be held in the Qin mansion in 3 days." Qin Feng's mind went blank for a few seconds. When he regained his senses, he quickly said, "The martial arts gathering has been brought forward. Did something happen?" "I don't know the specifics. Your grandfather held a family meeting just now and specifically talked about this. I called you right away. According to the original schedule, the Qin family martial arts gathering would be held in a month." Qin Huang didn't expect the old man to suddenly change the date to 3 days later. In fact, after Qin Feng killed his clone, only Qin Huang and Uncle Fu knew that Qin Feng was still alive. The rest of the Qin family didn't know about this, not even old man Qin Shitian. Qin Feng was slightly surprised when he suddenly received this news. However, he quickly regained his senses. His eyes were tightly locked, flickering with expectation and determination. "Dad, it's good that you've brought it forward. Looks like I won't have to visit you for a while. I'll be able to see you in 3 days," said Qin Feng. The Qin Emperor was still worried. He hadn't seen Qin Fen for more than half a year. He wondered how his son was doing. "Feng, how's your strength now? Do your best in the Qin family martial meet. If you really can't do it, don't force yourself to be the head of the family. I just want you to be safe. This is also one of the reasons why I left the capital's Qin family and brought you to Acropolis City." "Dad, don't worry. I just had a battle of life and death with Zi Long from China last night. I defeated him." After Qin Feng won against Su Xiaodian, he talked about this matter as if it had nothing to do with him. The other end of the phone was silent for a long time. Only Qin Huang's heavy breathing could be heard. Good, huh?" As expected of Qin Ying's son, a dragon among men, the Qin Emperor suddenly laughed out excitedly. The expression on Qin Feng's face changed as he said hastily, "Father, did you mention mother? Tell me, where is she?" Qin Ying was Qin Feng's mother's name. Qin Feng also knew that his mother's nickname was Su Su. That was all he knew about his mother's identity. Ever since he was young, his mother had always been a mystery. "Ahem. Feng, I still have something to do. I'll hang up first." As usual, the Qin Emperor would find all kinds of excuses to get rid of Qin Feng's mother. Qin Feng was a little disappointed when he heard the busy tone from the phone. However, he quickly regained his spirits. The Qin family martial meet was about to begin. As long as he won the championship and took the position of the Qin family's head of the Qin family, he would be able to solve the mystery of his mother's identity. "Qin Feng, why are you standing there like an idiot? The door isn't locked. Come in by yourself." Yin Wushuang's voice came from the window on the 3rd floor of the villa. She was wearing white pajamas and looked at Qin Feng. Her messy hair exuded a lazy and wild aura. It seemed like she had just woken up. Qin Feng went upstairs and went straight to Yin Wushuang's room. "Ah, you. Why didn't you knock before coming in? You scared me." Qin Feng pushed the door open and entered the room. Yin Wushuang was tidying up her makeup in front of the mirror. She was still a little embarrassed when she saw Qin Feng because of their kiss at the top of the cliff last night. The sunlight shone on Yin Wushuang's pretty face through the floor-to-ceiling window. She was as beautiful as an angel. The sunlight shone through her white pajamas. Qin Feng could not help but take a peek at her chest. What are you looking at?" "Believe it or not, I will gouge your eyeballs out. Yin Wushuang quickly noticed Qin Feng's burning gaze. She was so scared that she quickly found a coat and put it on. Qin Feng was also embarrassed and quickly looked away. Instructor Yin, is there any news from the dragon sect? Qin Feng found a random topic to lighten the atmosphere. Yin Wushuang sat on the bed. Her pale calves were exposed under her pajamas. She tied her hair in front of the mirror and said, Su Shaotian is still alive. The 12 Peaks are making arrangements for you to be promoted to the new 9 Dragons of China. I think it will happen in 2 days. Congratulations, Purple Dragon Qin Feng. Yin Wushuang glanced at Qin Feng with a mischievous expression that was rarely seen. Qin Feng was stunned. He wanted to push Yin Wushuang down, but he was afraid that the consequences would be unimaginable. There's nothing to congratulate. I'm powerful and talented. Actually, I expected this result. You're just the Purple Dragon of China. Even if that old man Red Dragon is here. Yin Wushuang stopped tying her hair. She rolled her eyes and glared at Qin Feng. That's enough. Why don't you go to heaven? When can you change your bad habit of bragging? Qin Feng chuckled as he sat down next to Yin Wushuang. Their shoulders were touching. Yin Wushuang could smell the familiar masculine scent. Her breathing quickened, but she didn't move her body. Instructor Yin, I'm going to be the man of the new 9 Dragons of China. Why don't you do something to me now? I won't resist. Yin Wushuang was amused by Qin Feng. She giggled and said, Come on. Who likes you? I won't do anything to you even if you become the leader of China. Qin Feng suddenly put his arm around Yin Wushuang's waist and said with a smile, If that's the case, I can only use my power to force you. You bastard, let go of me now, or I'll chop you into pieces. Yin Wushuang struggled shyly. She lost her balance and fell on the bed with Qin Feng. Qin Feng pressed, Yin Wushuang with one of his hands pressed on a strange elastic part. Yin Wushuang felt terrible. She was stunned for half a minute before she came to her senses. You pervert! Get out of here! Yin Wushuang was really angry. She kicked Qin Feng off the bed. Qin Feng was so focused on admiring the view under Yin Wushuang's skirt that he forgot to dodge. He fell at the door and ran away immediately. Yin Wushuang sat on the sofa in the living room on the first floor for more than half an hour before she came down in a red cheongsam. She wore light makeup and lipstick, which was a rare sight. Apparently, she had dressed up meticulously. The two of them looked at each other and didn't say anything. It was as if nothing had happened before. Instructor Yin, you look so beautiful today. Qin Feng put down the newspaper in his hand and took a sip of tea. He felt like he was in his own home. He did not stand on ceremony with Yin Wushuang at all. It's none of your business whether I'm beautiful or not. Just look at me and don't think too much about it. Yin Wushuang sat on the sofa opposite Qin Feng. She sounded angry at Qin Feng. By the way, how's Li Shanshan lately? Did she come back? Qin Feng casually tried to find a topic to talk about. However, when Yin Wushuang mentioned Li Shanshan, Qin Feng wanted to see her. I almost forgot. Today is the weekend. Shanshan should have come back last night. Why hasn't she come back yet? Yin Wushuang suddenly became serious. Last night, Qin Feng and Zi Long had a life-or-death duel. After that, they went to the Yin family and drank too much. When they woke up early in the morning, they found that Li Shanshan had not come back yet. Why don't you give her a call? Maybe she went out to play with her classmates. Although Qin Feng said that, he was still worried. A girl could easily get into trouble if she spent the night outside. Yin Wushuang took her cell phone and went to make a call. After a while, she ran back anxiously and said, Qin Feng, her cell phone is off. Did something really happen? Qin Feng had already stood up from the sofa. The signature playboy smile on his face had disappeared, and a cold light flashed in the depth of his eyes. I'll go to Shanshan's school and ask. Don't worry, I'll let you know if there's any news. Qin Feng said and ran out of Yin Wushuang's villa. When Yin Wushuang chased after him, Qin Feng was already out of sight. Li Shanshan was a senior in the best private high school in the provincial capital. It was Qin Feng who brought her to the school to handle the enrollment procedures, find a class, and find a teacher. After Qin Feng arrived at the school, he easily found grade 12 class 20. Since it was the weekend, there were only 7 or 8 students in the class. Qin Feng entered the classroom and asked a random student, "Excuse me, do you know where Li Shanshan is? Are you looking for Shanshan? What's your relationship with her?" The girl who was asked looked at Qin Feng cautiously. She seemed to be a girl with a sense of danger. "I'm Shanshan's boyfriend. I was the one who brought her here when she transferred here a few days ago," Qin Feng said. The girl looked at Qin Feng carefully and finally recognized him. "Oh, it really is you. You look so ordinary, I almost can't remember you. Oh, right. Are you looking for Shanshan? Why didn't you call her cell phone? It's Shanshan's birthday today. You're such an irresponsible boyfriend." The girl was outgoing and cheerful. Qin Feng was surprised. He didn't expect that today was Li Shanshan's birthday. "Shanshan's cell phone is off. Do you know where she went?" Qin Feng had a bad premonition and became more and more anxious. "You must be the one who made Shanshan angry. Let me tell you, you must treat Shanshan well. Even though she hasn't been in our class for long, she's kind, excellent in both conduct and studies, and a mixed-race beauty. She's already the bestie of all the girls. All the boys in the school are chasing after her. If you don't cherish her, just wait for someone else to snatch her away." Qin Feng resisted the urge to interrupt this girl. He just wanted to ask where Li Shanshan went. This girl was really a chatterbox. "Eh? What did you ask me just now?" "Oh, all right. Where did you say Li Shanshan went?" "How would I know? You're her boyfriend." This question is very infuriating. Qin Feng saw that the other party was a high school girl and was quite cute. If it was a guy, he would have sent him flying with a punch. Just as Qin Feng was about to ask someone else, the girl suddenly shouted, "Oh right, it's Shanshan's birthday today." "Yesterday, I heard a boy in class say that he wanted to celebrate her birthday. That boy is the school hunk of our noble school. He's Sima Chow from the next class. Do you know the Sima family in the provincial capital? Forget it, forget it. You look so ordinary and don't have much of an aura. I'm sure you don't know about these big families." Chapter 8:28. Qin Feng retreated after walking for a while. He resisted the urge to strip the girl and beat her up. He asked with a smile, "Little beauty, where did Sima Chow say he was going to celebrate Shanshan's birthday?" The girl was so excited that she almost flipped the table when she was called a little beauty. She extended her fair and tender hand and said, "Ha ha. Hello, I'm Fong Qing, Shanshan's best friend. Although you're unsophisticated and not handsome, I can't deny that you're a man with good taste." Qin Feng's mouth twitched. He reluctantly shook Fong Qing's hand and continued to ask, "Do you know where Shanshan is going to celebrate her birthday?" Fong Qing was only half happy when her cute Lolita face fell again. "You're so rude. She already told you her name. Why didn't you tell me her name? I rarely make friends. People who want to be friends with me can line up from the classroom to the school gate." Qin Feng suppressed his anger and squeezed a smile. "Fong Qing, my name is Chiao Feng. Can I ask where Shanshan is celebrating her birthday?" Fong Qing was immediately happy when she was called a beauty again. She suddenly jumped up from her seat, pulled Qin Feng's arm, and ran outside. Qin Feng finally looked Fong Qing up and down. This girl was really a top-grade Lolita with a child's face and huge breasts. Qin Feng was a little shocked. "Beauty, where are you taking me?" "Nonsense. Of course we're going to find Shanshan. I think you're a good person. Let me tell you, Sima Chow from the next class isn't a good person. He's a playboy. You have to hurry and find Shanshan, or she'll be in danger." Hearing Fong Qing's words, Qin Feng also became anxious. The two of them ran all the way out of the school. Fong Qing pulled Qin Feng to the side of a BMW Z4. She pressed the key in her hand, and the BMW Z4 emitted a DD sound. Qin Feng looked at the young Fong Qing, then at the pink sports car in front of him. He thought to himself that this was indeed the most high-end school for nobles in the capital. Virum, Fong Qing looked like a good girl, but when she raced, she was like a different person. She stepped on the accelerator, and the BMW Z4 turned into a flash of pink light and sped away. "Qing Qing, are your driving skills good? Why don't you drive slower?" Qin Feng was a man with intermediate racing skills. He wasn't afraid of this speed, but he was afraid of Fong Qing's driving skills. "TSK, Look at how cowardly you are. How fast is that? Is this your first time in a sports car? Then let Ching Ching bring you to broaden your horizons. You just need to sit tight. Although Ching Ching has crashed and damaged 5 sports cars, she can always ensure that the people in the cars are fine. You don't have to worry. Fong Ching touched the steering wheel with one hand and waved the other excitedly on the roof of the car. Qin Feng wasn't so worried at first, but after hearing Fong Qing's last sentence, he suddenly became very nervous. The car sped all the way through the bustling main street. Fong Qing's driving skills were not bad. At least she didn't overturn the car. Crack! An ear-piercing screech of brakes sounded, and Qin Feng felt his body float for a few seconds before coming to a stop. "Uncle, we're here." Qin Feng was only 3 years older than Fong Qing, but Xiao Feng's appearance was too ordinary, making Qin Feng look older. Fong Qing didn't care about Qin Feng's feelings and affectionately called him uncle. Qin Feng got out of the car and looked up at the towering hotel in front of him. This was the iconic 5-star hotel in the capital, Jingqing Tower. Is Shan Shan here to celebrate her birthday? Qin Feng looked at Fong Qing beside him. Yesterday, I heard Sima Chao say that he's bringing Shan Shan to Jingqing Tower to celebrate her birthday. If you didn't come today, I would have come to see Shan Shan myself. Sima Chao is not a good person, and it's dangerous for Shan Shan to be alone. Oh, right. You're Shan Shan's boyfriend. Do you know where Shan Shan's parents are? Fong Qing spoke one sentence at a time. She was more jumpy than Qin Feng. She suddenly asked about Li Shanshan's parents. Shanshan's parents are the country's top scientific and technological talents, and they're doing important things for the country. Is there a problem? Qin Feng asked. Fong Qing looked like she had a sudden realization. She shook her head and said, "So that's how it is." No wonder Fong Qing's parents were the only ones who didn't come to the parent-teacher conference last week. Usually, Fong Qing takes the bus home on the weekends, and no parents come to pick her up. You know, the students in our noble school are all from rich families in the capital. Other students have their parents or bodyguards escorting them to and from school every day. Li Shanshan is the most pitiful, and she's always a lonely figure. Fong Qing couldn't stop talking, and Qin Feng suddenly felt an inexplicable pain in his heart. Qin Feng remembered Li Xingtian looking at him with a serious and expectant gaze before he was captured. Li Xingtian said he would give the rest of Shanshan's life to Qin Feng, but because Qin Feng was too busy, he even forgot about Li Shanshan. Although Li Shanshan was 22 years old, her memory stopped at 5 years ago when she was still a 17-year-old girl. In Li Shanshan's memory, there were only her parents and her boyfriend, Xiao Feng. Now that she was alone in a strange place and in a strange school, she must be looking forward to her parents visiting her every day, and maybe she was looking forward to the weekend when her boyfriend, Xiao Feng, would take her out to play. Hundreds of images appeared in Qin Feng's mind. Li Shanshan went to and from school alone, took the bus alone, was happy and sad alone, ate and slept alone. She was always alone and did everything alone. That kind of loneliness shouldn't appear on this beautiful mixed-race 17-year-old girl. Let's go. Qin Feng came back to his senses. He suddenly wanted to see Li Shanshan. He wanted to hold her in his arms and accompany her for a few days. Before Fong Qing could come back to her senses, Qin Feng pulled her into Jingqing Tower. Jingqing Tower was decorated with gold and jade, and the main thing was that it was very big. It was very difficult to find a person here. "Uncle, where are you going? Don't tell me you're going to search each private room one by one? I'm afraid you'll be kicked out by the security before you can find Shan Shan." Fong Qing angrily pulled Qin Feng and added, "Uncle, you're so unsophisticated. You're afraid to ride in a sports car, and you don't know how to use strategy in a high-class hotel. It's degrading for me to be with you." The corner of Qin Feng's mouth twitched. When he was racing, she probably didn't even learn how to walk. When he was having sex in the Rio Hotel, she didn't even have her period. Then do you have a way? Qin Feng stared at Fong Qing and asked. Fong Qing immediately became proud. "Uncle, you're so stupid. Look at me, I can find Shan Shan in minutes. I even have someone to take us there." Fong Qing ran to call the hotel manager over. The manager was dressed in a well-ironed suit. He looked at the two of them politely and smiled. "Hello. How can I help you? Which private room is our classmate Sima Chow in? Take us up there. Fong Qing shouted at the manager arrogantly. The Sima family was one of the 4 big families in Jingsheng, so the manager naturally knew Sima Chow. He hurriedly smiled and said, "Haha, so you two are Prince Sima's friends. Please follow me." The manager had already walked to the elevator. Fong Qing looked at Qin Feng proudly. Her arrogant expression made Qin Feng want to hit her. "Stupid uncle, let's go. I really don't know how Shanshan fell for you." Before Qin Feng could speak, Fong Qing had already pulled his arm into the elevator. The two of them went all the way to the 18th floor. This floor was a large private banquet hall. "Gentlemen, the banquet hall on this floor has been reserved by Prince Sima. I hope you two have a good time." After saying the polite words, the manager consciously retreated. Fong Qing and Qin Feng walked into the banquet hall. There were many men and women gathered inside. These people looked young and should be students from a noble school. However, the men all wore suits and seemed to be successful people. The women all wore heavy makeup and wore high heels and short skirts. They were dressed like adults. Qin Feng's gaze quickly swept across the hall and quickly found Li Shanshan. Unlike the other female students who exposed their breasts and legs, Li Shanshan wore her school uniform to attend the party. She sat quietly on the sofa under the floor-to-ceiling window. She held a cup of coffee and stared blankly out the window. Although she wore an ordinary school uniform, Li Shanshan still stood out among the women in the hall because her mixed-race body was too beautiful. The sun shone on Li Shanshan's fair and charming face, covering her with a layer of radiance. The other students were dancing wildly on the dance floor, but Li Shanshan seemed to be isolated from the world. She quietly blended in with the air. A man in a white suit suddenly walked towards Li Shanshan. The man was handsome and sunny, like an oppa from a Korean drama. He was Sima Xiang's younger brother, Sima Chow. "Shanshan, do you like the birthday party I specially prepared for you today?" The man sat down beside Li Shanshan with 2 glasses of red wine in his hand. His eyes intentionally or unintentionally glanced at Li Shanshan's body. Li Shanshan woke up from her daze. She slightly frowned and shifted her body to the side. "I didn't expect you to hold this birthday party for me. I'm very surprised, but I'll pay for the expenses myself. Thank you for your kindness." Li Shanshan didn't have a good impression of Sima Chow. This was because Sima Chow had always been pursuing Li Shanshan in school. Even if Li Shanshan explicitly rejected Sima Chow, he still pestered her day and night. Li Shanshan also heard from her close friends that Sima Chow was a lecherous and dissolute person. Li Shanshan wouldn't be with him. Moreover, Li Shanshan had a boyfriend. She wouldn't mess around with other men behind Xiao Feng's back. "Shanshan, you're too polite. We're all good classmates. This party won't cost much. Just treat it as my birthday gift to you. Come, drink with me. I wish you'll be 18 forever." Sima Chow handed a glass of red wine to Li Shanshan. Li Shanshan couldn't refuse. "Let me make it clear first. Because I don't drink, I'll only drink this one." Li Shanshan took the wine glass with a neutral expression. Sima Chow's eyes flashed with an undetectable smile. "Okay, this one." After they clinked glasses, Sima Chow raised his head and drank the red wine in his glass. Then he looked at Li Shanshan impatiently. Li Shanshan's glass of red wine was already at the edge of her lips. Suddenly, a pair of large hands snatched the glass away. "Shanshan, have you forgotten? You can't drink." A familiar voice rang in Li Shanshan's ears. She could smell the familiar scent of a man. Li Shanshan abruptly raised her head. When she saw Xiao Feng's face, which couldn't be any more ordinary, the corners of her eyes immediately turned red. However, Li Shanshan didn't excitedly throw herself into Qin Feng's arms and cry like she had imagined. She quickly calmed down and lowered her head again as if she didn't know Qin Feng. Qin Feng and Fong Qing were stunned. They didn't know what Li Shanshan meant. Sima Chow was flirting with Li Shanshan. When Li Shanshan was about to finish the glass of red wine, Qin Feng suddenly appeared and ruined his plan. Sima Chow was infuriated. "Brat, where did you come from? I've booked this floor. If you know what's good for you, get out of here." Chapter 8:29. Sima Chao looked at Qin Feng carefully. He was sure that Qin Feng was not a student from an elite school. Moreover, Qin Feng could tell that Xiao Feng did not come from a wealthy family. He looked more like a laborer living at the bottom of the social ladder. After Sima Chao looked Qin Feng up and down, he did not care about Qin Feng at all. He could tell that Qin Feng was probably Li Shanshan's suitor. Sima Chao did not have a good temper toward a rival in love. Sima Chao, why are you so fierce? Let me tell you, this is Xiao Feng. He's Shanshan's boyfriend. Feng Qing was a person who would fight for justice. She had already started to speak up for Qin Feng. Sima Chao glared at Feng Qing. Then his gaze fell on Qin Feng. He said playfully, "You're Shanshan's boyfriend? Do you think you're good enough for Shanshan? I advise you to get out of here. Don't try to become an enemy of someone you don't know." Feng Qing also thought that Xiao Feng came from an ordinary family. She was afraid that Xiao Feng would be at a disadvantage in front of Sima Chao, so she stood in front of Qin Feng and confronted Sima Chao. Why is Xiao Feng not good enough for Shanshan? Do you think that everyone's love is for money and power? Please don't insult the true meaning of love. We're going to take Shanshan away now. Please step aside. Feng Qing was overbearing. She pulled Li Shanshan away. Sima Chao's face suddenly darkened. He said fiercely, "Feng Qing, did you take the wrong medicine today? Do you know what you're doing? Are you sure you want to go against me, Sima Chao, for a peasant laborer?" Feng Qing was frightened by Sima Chao's ferocious expression. Her body slightly trembled. The Sima family was one of the 4 largest families in the provincial capital. Although Feng Qing's family was a good official's family, it was not worth mentioning in front of the Sima family. However, Feng Qing quickly made up her mind. She couldn't just watch her bestie be defiled by a bastard like Sima Chao, right? "I don't want to go against you. I'm just here to take Shanshan away. Shanshan wants to spend her birthday with her boyfriend." Feng Qing stubbornly raised her head and pretended to be calm as she looked at Sima Chao. Sima Chao's gaze became colder. Before he spoke, Li Shanshan, who had been sitting quietly on the sofa, suddenly stood up. "Qing, you came at the right time. It's my birthday today. Sima Chao held a big party for me. Come and stay with me." Li Shanshan stood up and took Feng Qing's arm. However, she didn't even look at Qin Feng. It was as if Qin Feng was air. Both Feng Qing and Sima Chao were stunned. No one expected Li Shanshan to stay. After Sima Chao came back to his senses, he couldn't stop laughing. "Huh? Shanshan has already said that she wants to stay and continue playing. I see that you're also from our school, so I'll reluctantly let you stay. As for that brat, hurry up and scram. Don't drag down the quality of our birthday party." Feng Qing was furious. She pulled Li Shanshan's arm and walked towards Qin Feng. "Shanshan, what are you doing? Your boyfriend is here to pick you up. Let's go." Sima Chao is not a good person. Li Shanshan didn't seem to hear Feng Qing's words. She suddenly snatched the red wine glass from Qin Feng's hand and smiled a little falsely. "I don't want to leave. There are so many people here. I'm bored of being alone every day. Today, I want to go crazy. Go crazy to my heart's content. Hee hee. Shanshan is right. Today is your birthday. Let's go crazy together and drink until the sky turns dark. Come, let's drink this glass of wine first." Sima Chao didn't understand why Li Shanshan suddenly changed, but he was too lazy to think too much about it. As long as Li Shanshan was willing to stay and drink, everything else would come naturally. Li Shanshan raised her wine glass and looked like she was going to drink it in one gulp. Qin Feng once again snatched the wine glass away. "What are you doing? What right do you have to control me?" Li Shanshan suddenly became angry and yelled at Qin Feng. She had been alone for too long and lonely. She had no one to talk to. When she wanted Xiao Feng to accompany her, he wasn't there. Now that Xiao Feng finally appeared, Li Shanshan had a stomach full of grievances that she wanted to vent. "Since you ignored me before, what right do you have to control me now? Shanshan, if you want to drink, I'll drink with you. But don't drink this glass." Qin Feng wasn't angry. He looked at Li Shanshan with some pity. When they entered the room, Qin Feng saw Sima Chao's small movements. Sima Chao drugged this glass of red wine. As for what it was, Qin Feng could figure it out even with his but Li Shanshan was slightly stunned. She looked at the wine glass in Qin Feng's hand and suddenly understood. Hey, what do you mean by what you said just now? If you dare to talk nonsense again, believe it or not, I'll break your dog legs right now. Sima Chao felt a little guilty. He couldn't figure out how Qin Feng knew that the glass of red wine was drugged. Fong Qing also understood. The little girl's cute Lolita face was flushed with anger. Sima Chao, you're too shameless. Since you dared to drug Shanshan. I'm warning you, Shanshan is my bestie. If you dare to do anything to her, I'll definitely ask my dad to arrest you. Fong Qing's dad was the provincial government's deputy director. In the eyes of ordinary people, this was already a very powerful person. However, Sima Chao wasn't afraid at all. He even smiled playfully. Classmate Fong Qing, are you going to ask your dad to arrest me? You scared this baby to death. I forgot to tell you, my third grandpa is the municipal government standing committee member. He's a provincial government official. Do you want me to call him and promote your dad? Sima Chao's words angered Fong Qing half to death. Fong Qing stomped her feet for a long time, but couldn't retort. Qin Feng had only just met Fong Qing, and he was already very grateful that this girl was willing to go this far. He pulled the depressed Fong Qing behind him and walked up to Sima Chao. Tell me, what did you put in the red wine? Qin Feng looked at Sima Chao expressionlessly. Sima Chao was stunned. He didn't expect Qin Feng to talk to him like this. Fuck you. I didn't drug it. Sima Chao refused to admit it. Is that so? Qin Feng suddenly smiled. He pinched Sima Chao's face with one hand and poured the drugged red wine into Sima Chao's mouth with the other. Gulp, gulp. Sima Chao struggled with all his might. He wanted to yell at Qin Feng, but he choked on the red wine and coughed. Qin Feng pulled Sima Chao's head back, and the wine flowed into his stomach through his intestines. The commotion was so loud that the students dancing on the dance floor finally realized something was wrong. When they saw the scene in front of them, their eyeballs almost fell out of their sockets. Fong Qing and Li Shanshan were stunned. This was especially true for Fong Qing. She knew how powerful Sima Chao's family was. What Qin Feng did was simply courting death. However, Fong Qing didn't care about that at this moment. She felt incomparably carefree, and her big eyes were twinkling like stars. At this moment, Qiao Feng was so handsome that Fong Qing couldn't wait to throw herself under his jeans. Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Let go of young Master Sima. Bastard, do you want to die? The crowd finally regained their senses. A few of Sima Chao's henchmen swung their fists at Qin Feng's head. Fong Qing was at a loss of what to do, and Li Shanshan clutched her hands nervously. Qiao Feng, watch out. Seeing that the lackey's fist was about to land on the tip of Qin Feng's nose, Li Shanshan, who had been ignoring Qin Feng for a while, could no longer endure it. She actually threw herself at Qin Feng, wanting to help Qin Feng block the attack. Bang! 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 3 dull thuds sounded. Before Li Shanshan could reach Qin Feng, the 3 henchmen had already fallen to the ground and were rolling back and forth in pain. Qiao Feng, are you all right? Li Shanshan held Qin Feng's arm and examined his body with a frown. Qin Feng gently pushed Sima Chao to the ground like a piece of trash. Then he looked at Li Shanshan tenderly and said, Shanshan, I've been too busy with work recently, so I didn't have time to visit you. Please don't be angry. Li Shanshan had a stomach full of grievances, but because of Qin Feng's gentle words, it suddenly dissipated. Li Shanshan was so excited when she first saw Qin Feng that she almost couldn't breathe. She couldn't control her emotions anymore and threw herself into Qin Feng's arms. Oh no, Uncle, let's run away with Qin Qing. Sima Chao's family is very powerful. How can Uncle beat him up? He'll definitely cause trouble for Uncle. Li Shanshan regained her senses. After listening to Fong Qing's words, she immediately began to worry about Qin Feng. Fong Qing was happy to see the familiar Shanshan finally back. She pulled Li Shanshan and Qin Feng and ran out. As soon as they reached the door was suddenly closed. 4 burly bodyguards in black stood at the door, glaring at Qin Feng like a tiger watching its prey. Oh no, we can't escape now. Ching Ching, do you want to call your dad and ask him to save us? Li Shanshan would never beg others for help, but this time, for the sake of Qiao Feng's safety, Li Shanshan broke her bottom line. Fong Qing was in a dilemma. This time, they had to deal with the son of the Sima family. Just as Sima Chao had said, the third grandpa was a provincial leader. If Fong Qing really interfered in this matter, her father would probably be demoted or even fired. These big bad guys, Qing Qing will fight them. After a moment of hesitation, Fong Qing took out her cell phone and made a call. As soon as the call was connected, Fong Qing screamed, "Boo-hoo! Dad, hurry up and bring some people to the 18th floor of Jingxing Tower. Someone wants to rape your precious daughter. If you're late, you'll lose your chastity." Click. Fong Qing hung up immediately after she finished speaking. Qin Feng and Li Shanshan's mouths twitched violently as they imagined the colorful expression on Fong Qing's father's face. As soon as Fong Qing hung up, Sima Chao crawled up from the ground. The fall had hurt Sima Chao badly. He felt as if his butt had split into 4 pieces. Sima Chao grimaced in pain as he walked toward Qin Feng and the other 2. The 4 bodyguards in black had already surrounded the 3 of them. "Motherfucker! How dare you, brat? How dare you lay your hands on me? You really are a peasant. Do you know that there are some forces in this world that you can't touch?" The 4 bodyguards in black were all stage 3 inner chi experts. Their bodies emitted waves of inner chi. Li Shanshan and Fong Qing hugged each other nervously. The 2 little girls were overwhelmed by their aura. Qin Feng ignored the aura of the 4 bodyguards. He was almost amused by Sima Chao's words. "Oh, what kind of force are you talking about? Is it as exaggerated as you say?" "Umph. You'll know once you see it." Sima Chao had forgotten how long it had been since he was beaten by someone. He signaled the 4 bodyguards with his eyes. The 4 of them immediately understood and pounced on Qin Feng from 4 different directions. "Ah, Sima Chao, stop. My dad is coming. Qiao Feng, run, run." Li Shanshan and Fong Qing had no idea how powerful Qin Feng was. They jumped and screamed in fear when they saw the 4 bodyguards rushing toward them. Qin Feng's eardrums were about to burst from the screams of the 2 girls. He shook his head helplessly. Qin Feng had already made his move. Chapter 830. Bang, 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 bang. The 4 bodyguards fell to the ground and screamed in pain. Qin Feng had already stepped into the early stage of Stage 9 Inner Chi. Defeating 4 Stage 3 Inner Chi martial artists was as easy as clapping his hands. The noisy hall fell into silence. Fong Qing and Li Shanshan stared at the bodyguards on the ground. They were still in a daze. Sima Chao, who was arrogant and waiting for Qin Feng to be beaten, was so shocked that his jaw dropped to the ground. He finally realized that this ordinary man in front of him had some tricks up his sleeves. The students who were about to go up to Qin Feng and flatter Sima Chao suddenly stopped in their tracks. They forcefully swallowed the vicious words that were about to reach their throats. Fong Qing was the first to regain her senses. She waved her hands excitedly and said, "Yay! Uncle Qiao Feng is awesome. He can even defeat the bad guys. Shanshan, no wonder you like Uncle Qiao Feng. He's so good at martial arts, so he must be good in bed as well, right?" Fong Qing's students grew up in rich families, and their minds were relatively open-minded. These obscure words were not taken seriously in their mouths, and they were shouted out by Fong Qing without paying attention. Li Shanshan blushed and glared at Fong Qing. However, Fong Qing didn't even look at Li Shanshan. She was holding Qin Feng's arm and jumping around. "Uncle, let's go. We'll be in trouble if the people from the Sima family come. No matter how good you are, you can't defeat them." It seemed like Fong Qing wasn't blinded by Qin Feng's valiant skills. She pulled Qin Feng and ran away. Li Shanshan didn't want to stay any longer. She was more worried about Xiao Feng's safety than Fong Qing. When the 3 of them reached the door, Sima Chao's voice came from behind. "Brat, is that all you've got? You want to run away after beating someone up? If you have the guts, stay here and wait for the people from the Sima family to come. I'll teach you a lesson." Sima Chao was not only beaten up by his bodyguards, but he was also slapped in the face by Qin Feng. He couldn't swallow this resentment. However, he was afraid of Qin Feng's skills, so he could only provoke Qin Feng. Qin Feng pulled the two women to a stop. In reality, he never planned on leaving. Since Sima Chao was bothering Li Shanshan today, then tomorrow, a rich young master from the Yang family would appear, and the day after that, a young master from the Liu family would appear. Qin Feng was planning to kill one as a warning to others. The person who stood out was Sima Chao. "Uncle, are you stupid? Don't listen to that brat. He's trying to provoke you. Let's go." Xiao Feng. Feng Qing understood Sima Chao's treachery too well and refused to stay no matter what. She forcefully dragged him out. Li Shanshan, on the other hand, had calmed down a bit. She didn't try to persuade Xiao Feng, and instead looked at him with a worried expression. How could Feng Qing pull Qin Feng? After pulling for a long time, Qin Feng didn't budge at all. As a result, Qin Feng exerted a little force, and Feng Qing fell into Qin Feng's arms. "Oh, uncle, what did you eat growing up? How could he be so strong?" It almost flattened Qing Qing's chest. Feng Qing spoke without scruples, and Li Shanshan was about to die of shyness. Feng Qing suddenly looked at Li Shanshan and quickly said, "Shanshan, please don't misunderstand me. I don't have an improper relationship with your uncle." Li Shanshan rolled her eyes. She didn't think about it at first, but after Feng Qing said it, Li Shanshan was a little worried. Her chest wasn't as big as Feng Qing's. Feng Qing continued to act like a clown, completely ignoring the feelings of Sima Chao and the others. The dozen or so students were left to the side like air, and they were fuming with anger. Qin Feng was also afraid of Feng Qing. He pulled Feng Qing behind him and stood beside Li Shanshan. Then he looked at Sima Chao expressionlessly and said, "Of course I'm staying. I'll give you half an hour to call for more people. You can call for as many people as you want during this time. The more the better." Qin Feng's voice was calm, but it carried a boundless momentum. Li Shanshan and Feng Qing stood behind Qin Feng, and their hearts suddenly calmed down. They felt that Qin Feng's back was like a towering mountain, shielding them from the storm. "That's what you said. Don't go back on your word." Sima Chao was so angry that his lungs were about to explode. He was the one threatening Qin Feng, but now he was the one being threatened? Sima Chao went to the side to make a phone call. Sima Chao's classmates also disliked Qin Feng, so they took out their phones and started calling for more people. Li Shanshan and Feng Qing were worried when they saw this scene. Feng Qing jumped in front of Qin Feng anxiously and said, "Uncle, why are you showing off? Do you know who those people are? Sima Chao alone is enough for me. Now that you've provoked those rich kids, the hall will be full of people. Do you believe me?" "Hey, uncle, are you suffering from dementia? Are you listening to me or not? Let's get out of here. Otherwise, even if my dad comes, he won't be able to save you." Feng Qing rambled on, but Qin Feng pulled Li Shanshan to a sofa and sat down. He started to talk to Li Shanshan about her recent situation. "Xiao Feng, are you usually very busy? Don't you have holidays?" Li Shanshan looked at Qin Feng with a bit of grievance. Qin Feng stretched out his hand and patted Li Shanshan's head. He smiled and said, "I work at the Dragon Gate, which is the most secretive organization in China. There are no weekends or holidays. I heard from your big sister, Yin, that you didn't go home today. I was worried about you, so I went to school to look for you. I didn't expect it to be your birthday today. I was careless." Qin Feng comforted Li Shanshan. After Li Shanshan found out about the nature of Qin Feng's work, she felt a bit guilty. Her parents were also workers of this nature. They quietly contributed to the country. They didn't have weekends or holidays, and they couldn't even go home for Chinese New Year for a few years. Although Li Shanshan missed her parents, she didn't blame them. She was proud of them. Now, she was also proud of Xiao Feng. "Then did you ask for leave today? Will you be scolded by the leader?" "It's all my fault. I was too willful." Li Shanshan suddenly hugged Qin Feng's arm and leaned her head on his shoulder. This feeling made her feel very satisfied. Qin Feng's words were half true and half false. He was indeed busy, but he wasn't so busy that he didn't have time to see Li Shanshan. Qin Feng really forgot about Li Shanshan. After all, there was no relationship between the two. If it wasn't for the William family's mission, Qin Feng might never know who Li Shanshan was. But since they were fated to meet, and since he promised Li Xingtian to take care of Li Shanshan, Qin Feng felt that he didn't do enough. How was Li Shanshan willful? She had been lonely for so long. Not only did she keep her bad feelings in her heart, but she also threw a little tantrum on his birthday. How could this be called willful? Qin Feng reached out and hugged Li Shanshan. He touched her small waist. Li Shanshan's charming face was slightly red. She struggled a little, but she still obediently lay in Qin Feng's arms. Shanshan, this is my gift to you. Will you like it? Qin Feng flipped his right hand, and like a magic trick, a necklace with aqua blue gemstones appeared. The necklace emitted bursts of coolness. When he touched it, his exhaustion instantly disappeared, and he felt refreshed. This was the high-grade soul-cleansing necklace that Qin Feng bought from the system with 2,000 hedonist points. Its quality was better than the magic tools he gave to Lin Bei and Rauscherman. Not only did the high-grade soul-cleansing necklace look more beautiful and noble, but its defense was also more powerful. As long as a martial artist was below stage 9 inner chi, this high-grade soul-cleansing necklace could withstand a fatal attack. Li Shanshan's eyes lit up, and she was pleasantly surprised. Earlier, Sima Chao took out a gold necklace inlaid with diamonds and offered it to Li Shanshan. Li Shanshan resolutely refused, but when she saw the sapphire crystal necklace that Qin Feng gave her, she held it in her hands without hesitation. She loved it like a treasure. Qiao Feng, this necklace is so strange. Why is it so cool? Even my exhausted body feels refreshed. Li Shanshan looked at Qin Feng expectantly like a child. Qin Feng pinched her pink, mixed-race cheeks and said with a smile, "This necklace isn't made of real sapphire, and it's not worth much. However, it's a magical artifact. It can help you block an attack when you're in danger. You'll have to wear it every day, and don't take it off easily." After Qin Feng finished his explanation, Li Shanshan liked the soul-cleansing necklace even more. She didn't want an expensive gift, but she liked the thought of Qin Feng. Li Shanshan was very satisfied with Qin Feng's thought. "Wow, uncle, where did you get such a beautiful sapphire necklace? Did he rob a bank just to give Shanshan a present? Why are you so stupid? Hurry up and hide." Feng Qing tried to persuade Qin Feng for a long time, but she found that Qin Feng didn't listen to her at all. When she saw the soul-cleansing necklace that Qin Feng gave to Li Shanshan, she fell in love with it. The corner of Qin Feng's mouth twitched. Can't this girl think of something good for me? How dare he push all the matters of stealing and swindling onto him? Qing, don't talk nonsense. This is a birthday gift that I carefully prepared for Shanshan. How could it be stolen? Qin Feng glared at Feng Qing. Feng Qing didn't care. She pulled Qin Feng and Li Shanshan away and said, Okay, I'll pretend that you didn't steal it. The most important thing now is to escape. Don't show off your love here. Qin Feng was furious. What do you mean by pretend that you didn't steal it? It wasn't stolen in the first place. Because of his anger, Qin Feng pulled Feng Qing so hard that she stumbled. Feng Qing was about to fall on her, but Li Shanshan was so scared that she screamed, "You silly girl, you can't even walk and fall. I really admire you." At this critical moment, Qin Feng reached out and hugged Feng Qing on his lap. Feng Qing's body was full of the fragrance of melons and fruits. Her huge breasts were too attractive. Qin Feng couldn't stay calm when he was so close to Feng Qing. "Ah, uncle, you're so bad. Why did you pull me just now? Otherwise, why would I fall?" Feng Qing and Qin Feng were bickering again. Li Shanshan didn't know whether to laugh or cry. She looked at the necklace in her hand and held it like a treasure, afraid to lose it. After a while, Qin Feng ignored Feng Qing and walked to Li Shanshan. "Shanshan, I'll help you put it on." Qin Feng took the necklace. Li Shanshan shyly nodded. Their faces were close together. Qin Feng's breath blew on Li Shanshan's neck. Li Shanshan felt as if she had been electrocuted. She was so shy that her whole body turned red. Bang! Just as Qin Feng put on the necklace, the door of the hall was suddenly kicked open. A middle-aged man in a police uniform rushed in and shouted, "Which bastard dares to bully my Qing Qing? I'll kill him." Everyone saw the man took out his gun and broke out in a cold sweat. Fong Qing had already thrown herself into the man's arms. Her eyes were red with grievance. "Dad, you have to stand up for your daughter. Those bastards bullied your baby girl." The man was Fong Qing's father, Fong Hui. You're tuning into the Romance Rendezvous YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.